Let's go! Raiders! Wipe them feet, y'all. Welcome to the Fan Show Live. Y'all already know what this is. No booger, y'all. No booger. Nose ring. Nose ring. Nose ring. What is good? Jesse's in the building. Aurora, Terrence L. as always. DeMarcus Webb. Feet wiped as always. Blazing Roots. Raider Ruckus is in the building. Charm City. That boy Tsunami, Brandon, Jonathan, all my people are in here. Wipe them shits on the way in. Papa T, what is good with you, my brother? For those, I'm going to give it a few minutes. For those, I'm going to try to get as many people as I can as possible in tonight. I'm going to do at most have 4 people in at once. Me with an additional 3. And we can rotate, but I do want to get some people in this thing tonight so we can talk, we can have some fun, because that's what this is here for. Let's get to it, man. Some of y'all that want to pull up, Raider Joe, OG's in the building, ISO Cali, JB. What's good, man? Pastor Raider is definitely here. What's good with my guys, man? Hey, Docs, my mom's birthday is on Saturday. Ricky Diaz, happy early birthday to that queen right there, to that Raiderette, to that angel on earth. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to your mother as well. Let her know the nation says happy early birthday. Dirty Raider, what's up, King? What is up, King? Julian is in the building. Ant-Man, Alex Jar, who shot me, is in the building. I believe I see my brother Andy in there somewhere as well. What is really real, man? What is real? Come on, man. I'm gonna get hot in a minute, man. I have to come out and put that Carl Joseph on. You know what I mean? Put that Carl Joseph on in a minute, man. Manny's in the building. What is good? Jack Ken is in the building. Shout to my brother Leon in the building. Willie Wayne, don't trip. What's good, man? What's good, man? Let's get to it. Let's get to the shits, man. I need some emails. Drop some emails. We're going to get some people in here as well. Yes, one more time. Spotlight. Shout out to my brother Spotlight. For sure, man. Prayers up to my brother Spotlight. Raider Squid is in the building. What's up with you, my brother? Appreciate you once more for sending that shirt to my wife, man. She loves it. I put it on the wall over here. I got all your stuff on the wall over here in the corner. You know what I mean? Yes, yes. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get 3 people in at a time. Let me get a few in real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. And it's going by fast, man. So if I skip through you and I don't see you guys, make sure to just keep putting it up. Keep putting it up. Let me see, man. Let me see. Let's get my bro on. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to keep bouncing back and forth, y'all, because I can't read this shit. ICH. Hold on, y'all. ARDO. Yes, yes. Joseph1 at Gmail. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. All right, there we go. First one in the books, Raider Joe. It is lit. It is lit. It is lit. Yes, Raider Squid, you see me over there, bro. I was over there as well. Go talk. Go talk. Shout out to Nizer, man. Shout out to all my people in the building. Let me get some more guys on real quick. Hold on real quick. I got a few more. Trust me. We're going to get through this tonight, y'all. Make sure to wipe them feet. Make sure y'all in a quiet place with Wi-Fi, please. Ruin Media, what's up, King? Benjamin's in the building. Rob 209 is in the building. Hold on. Hold on. Trust me, y'all. Gotta be patient with me tonight, man, because I'm doing this dolo. You know what I'm saying? So ES at me. Let's get it. New computer too, so it's a little hard. Pause. All right, there we go. Pastor Raiders in the building. There you go. Let me get one more in real quick. And I seen one up here real quick. Dirty Raider, I know you asked, so I'm going to get you in as well, my brother. Real quick. Hold on. Let me get one more in real quick, y'all. Hold on. And let's talk that shit tonight. I want to get all my brothers and sisters in the building tonight. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. DWA Yahoo. Damn, I ain't seen a Yahoo in a minute. All right, y'all. Let me see, man. Raider Dangerfield, what's up, King? Man, my peoples. Ants in the building. Let's go, man. Let's talk that shit. Raider Joe, what's up, bro?
What's good, Graf?
You might be the only motherfucker in the world that got a better beard than me, King.
Man. Shout out to my wife for that one.
There you go. Hey, my wife is responsible for this shit too. You feel me? What's good with you, brother?
Man, I'm excited for this season, man.
What you most excited about, man?
I'm excited about that defense, man. I think Gus Bradley's gonna bring it. He's gonna bring that powerhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm pumped too. Hold on, let me get one more person in the building with us real quick. Pastor Raiders in the building.
What up, my brothers? What up?
What's going on with my guy, bro? Hey,
Nothing
real
much.
quick, Pastor. Hey, Raider Joe said the most. Hold on, let me change this real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh no, that's all off. Okay, here we go. He said he's most excited about the defense, brother. Where you at with it?
Most excited is difficult because for me it doesn't come down to a position. It doesn't come down to one side of the ball. It comes down to the trenches, really, for me. Offensive line, defensive line. That's where I'm at. Because it's been a long time since I've seen both sides of the ball this early look good. You know what I mean? It's either good defensive line or good offensive line, not both.
Not both.
And both look like both look like they could be great.
What are y'all most, let me ask Joe real quick. What are you most worried about? Because we always ask this question on the show. What are you most worried about right now? What position are you still kind of up in arms with, like, we going into the season a little thin, or just not sure who we have starting at that position?
I wouldn't really say I'm worried. I guess the O-line, I mean, I know they got a couple young dudes, but that would be the only thing, really. I think we'll be straight, though.
Simple and plain. I hear you. What about you, Pastor? What you want?
It's funny for me because I think where I'm at is our defensive backs. And a lot of it has to do is with not seeing them on the field as a unit. It really comes down to seeing it. I don't want any of our first teamers to go out there as a unit yet in the preseason. So we're going to have to wait until that Monday night game that Monday night game. I'm telling you, I'm going to piss my pants and probably die. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do. That first series, I want the defense to play first. I want us to defer first because I want to see it. We literally, what better test than the Ravens? Like, come on, this is it. I
want to ask y'all real quick. I don't want to throw this into the universe because I really believe that we're going to beat Baltimore. I have us by 10, like, for real. What happens week 1 if we get blown out?
It depends on what it looks like.
Panic meter?
It depends.
Where is it?
Well, for me, it depends. It just depends on what blown out. Like, are we blown out because if we're blown out, I'm just gonna wait. I gotta sit on it. I'll turn the game off, but I'm gonna sit on it. I'll turn the game off, but I'm gonna sit.
If we get blown out, get that out of the way and move forward, man. That's all we can do.
And we're not going to get blown out to a team.
Exactly.
It's a playoff team. We're talking about the Ravens. I mean, they are in the Super Bowl conversation. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like, I'm not going to be super burnt. If we got blown out by like the Chargers week 1, I mean, we're fighting. Come on now.
I want to go in there Monday night and dominate from the jump. Like, I know it's Baltimore. Technically, it's one of the best teams in the league. They run the ball heavy. I think we finally put a defensive line together that can actually stop that. And at the second level as well, Amaro.
Listen, our edge linebackers are so fast, bro. Quick. Yeah. We got some quick outside linebackers now.
For sure.
And with Abram playing up in the box, listen, I'm not an X's and O's guy, but I'm also not stupid. It's going to be on. It's going to be on. And I think the Ravens aren't ready for it. That's why I'm not worried about getting blown out. Now, if we're in a shootout with them, cool. I mean, maybe we got some stuff to work on. That goes back to those defensive backs.
Real quick, and I want to talk to y'all about this too. Shout out to Delta Sportsman. I'm gonna read that real quick, but shout out to Jackie, as always, Queen. We love you, appreciate you. Thank you so much for the donation. There's a quick right here. I like this assessment right here because a lot of people aren't thinking about that. The first 4 games that we have are all conference games. You know what I'm saying? So we those are all tiebreaker implications written all over them. It's Baltimore, right. It's Pittsburgh, it's what is it? The Chargers and Miami and the Chargers. There's 4 conference games that mean something. I feel like at least we have to win 2 of them. At best, all 4 of them shits, because it can come back to bite us in the ass later on in the season. What do y'all think? Just because Delta Sportsman said, I'm gonna start with you, Joe. Where do you think we are with the first 4 games, brother? What you like? We're gonna go over them. We got Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Miami, Chargers. Where are we at with those 4 games? And don't look, no Raider bias. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So we got some games we may be like, damn, we may lose that one. You know what I mean? Where are you at with it?
I'd say I think we're gonna win the first 3, but I think that Charger game might be a little tough just because of what's his ass? Hebert? Is that how you say it?
Hibbert?
Yeah.
Herbert? Justin Herbert?
Herbert, yeah. But I think those first 3 we're gonna be all right because Pittsburgh's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think we're gonna
I don't think we lose to Pittsburgh. Yeah.
No. I think if we somehow did lose to Baltimore, which I have us beating them, I think we go into Pittsburgh and recover quick.
And that Miami game, we're gonna get that game back, man, because that was fucked up last year.
For real, bro. And I'm not afraid of Tua at all. Like this dude, he shows to me he don't have no dog in him, and he can't throw for shit. Like
their offense does not look good.
No.
Their offense does not look
their
good.
Offensive line right now, they're having offensive line issues. And that's a great thing because we have a rebuilt defensive line like a Yannick and a Gerald McCoy, potentially Quentin Jefferson that can get to these guys, and Max on the other side with a young Malcolm Kuntz and all these other guys. I think that game could be if we don't show up defensively, we're going to show it week 1 and week 2 for sure. But if we just start slow, I think that Miami game is going to be a potential breakout game for this defense.
I agree.
But I think that we can get past Baltimore and Pittsburgh. I actually have us in my predictions beating both of them back to back. Miami's going to be a tricky thing because their defense they have a defensive-minded coach. They have a great defense. Their secondary is second to none. We're going to have to run the ball heavy on them. And that's why you go out and get a Kenyon Drake in the offseason to match up with Josh Jacobs, where you can just run the ball down these guys' throats and then potentially have a Trey Vegas, that's what we call him now, out there. And, bro, that's a trio that can run the ball down any defense's throat.
Big love to Jalen Richard, but I think he's unfortunately, and I hate to see us do him dirty, but I just think he's gone. I really do. I think especially if Mr. Vegas goes out and shows out like he did in the first preseason game. Unfortunately, now, I mean, I hate to do that to Richard, bro. Raiders treat their players differently. We just do. We don't. I cannot think of a player that we just straight up did dirty, and that sucks because it bites us in the butt sometimes. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Richard might be one of those guys that we just drop. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll tell you what would make me upset is if we come out of that 4-game stretch 1-3. I think that's when I would worry. But
that would be alarming.
2-2 or 3-1 would be like, that's my standard, and 4-0 is like exceeding expectation, right? I think that's where I'm at. 1-3 or 0-4, that's where I'm like starting to hit the panic button a little bit. You know what I mean? Unless we turn the tides and start slow and then finish. Hey, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Because the last couple of years, 6-3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like, and see that's what's the sign of a great team is being able to win down the stretch. Any team can start off hot. We've seen this happen many times. It's the great team. Yeah, it's the great teams that win. They were 10-1 at one point, 10-0. And they just went to shit.
They got exposed.
They had an easy schedule, man. Don't get me wrong. The NFL, nothing's really easy, but anything compared to anybody else's schedule, Pittsburgh, their shit was light as fuck. So on that note, I'm just tweeting out the live, y'all. Let me ask you this real quick. Hey, Joe, what were you most excited about, brother, preseason, man? One player on each side of the ball that you were most excited about.
On the offense, I would say Zay Jones. I liked what he did.
Like that.
And then on the defense, I would say McCoy for sure.
Well, McCoy wasn't out there
McCoy wasn't out there. My fault.
week
My
one.
fault.
If you are you probably talking about Falone.
Yeah.
Falone balled out. Falone balled out. What about you, Pastor? What's up?
Offense and defense for week one.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to not go with Regis, just because it's a layup. I get it,
Yeah,
but
the easy
also
call.
the second one I'm gonna go with Tanner Muse,
Okay.
especially hearing his interview today. He first of all, he looks gigantic. That in that interview he looked massive. I think that he comes in and he's kind of a jack of all trades for us. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him playing a little bit deeper, some weird type safety stuff. I mean, I think Tanner Muse has an opportunity to be a utility guy for us that really makes him shine. And the guy coming in behind him would be like a Javen White, even though he's a little bit bigger, a little bit slower. But he's going to end up on that practice.
Look.
Yeah.
Tanner Muse was his bread and butter was at safety with Clemson. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, you can move him around all over. This is what I love that Gus Bradley and Mayock the year before as well. They're creating a team where these guys can go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
If somehow, God forbid, something happens to Merrick or one of our safeties, you can put Javen back there. You can put Tanner Muse back there. You can put Divine Diop or Gillespie back. There's so many different guys that can move around, and it's just a puzzle that right now Gus Bradley is putting the pieces to. And I love it, man. Real quick, Chef B says, Falone beating out Solomon Thomas and Quentin Jefferson I think they all three make the team, Chef. I think they all three make the team.
I think the rotation is going to be crazy. I think we end up with like 10 I don't know what the normal number is, but an insane amount of defensive linemen. Everybody's worried because we're going to carry so many defensive linemen, but what that means is it's not going to be the same 4 guys every single down, and that excites me. That's team defense.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that Crosby can't shine. That doesn't mean that Ngakoue is not going to be able to shine. It just puts the spotlight on them in the moments that they have to shine. That's a good thing.
The thing that I like about this year, both of y'all, is that with Yannick, right? He has a chip on his shoulder because he went to Minnesota and he went to Baltimore, and he really wasn't the number one defensive end in either one of those places. He's clearly the number one guy. I love Max too. I'm sorry. I love Max. That is my guy. Yannick, to me, is the clear number one defense end on his roster, and he's going to be hungry to prove that he can be that guy that can return to Pro Bowl form like he was with Jacksonville. Max is going to thrive so much because he doesn't have to play every goddamn down, and he's healthy. You know what I mean? So these guys are going to eat on the ends, man. It's just all about that interior. When you got a guy like McCoy that can come in and teach these young pups the game like he knows, man, I really believe this defensive line is going to eat this year, man. It's going to be really, really deep. We have a lot of depth there. One more time, real quick, shout out to Jackie once more. Appreciate you, love. I think as long as we run the ball and run the clock out, the less we will wear out our defense, and the more energized, stronger they will stay, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, that's it. That's the key. That's literally the key. That's it. Which that puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line. That puts even more pressure from the defense in as a whole onto the offensive line in that zone run scheme that we're implementing. But I will say that this first preseason game, it showed us a lot about the zone run scheme in general, because I think we saw stronger runs.
Let's go.
I think we saw a lot stronger runs. And I saw a lot more linemen downfield during that game than I feel like I did all year last year. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I got my fan goggles on. I don't know, but I really was happy with it.
Let me see real quick. RK Raider Way says, talk that shit, boys. Raider Nation 24/7. Shout out to my brother Andy. He's in the comment section. Shout out to my guy. He said Gruden looked very excited to have Diablo back and actually didn't look as excited when talking about Tanner Muse. But you know one thing that I know, Andy, and we all know, he has a poker face on at all times. So
all the time.
There's no reason that, there's a reason why he's sitting back like, Tanner, cool. That's what's up.
I'll say this though too. I mean, Andy, I get what you're saying, and I know you're not calling gospel on it, but the thing is that Tanner Muse, he has to shine now. It's 3 years in. He has to shine now. Divine Diablo, he could technically sit at the bottom of the depth chart for another year and be totally fine. Tanner Muse
He has to have his opportunity
now. There's no way Diablo, unless Diablo absolutely shows out that Diablo goes above use, and I'll put cash on that. I'm willing to put money on that one.
Dirty Raider, what's up, my brother?
What's up with y'all, man?
What's up, Daddy?
Hey, I like that. I like that setup in the back, King. I like it. I like it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
What's up with you, brother? Welcome to the party. You already know how we do it over here. We just over here shooting the shit, brother, having a good time, man. We talking about this defense. Me, Pastor Raider, and brother Joe was just talking about Divine Diablo and this linebacking room and all that good stuff. What do you think about this defense right now, brother?
Well, the way I'm looking at this defense right now, man, it's one of the better defenses we had in the last 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I know it's preseason or whatnot, but you still got second stringers playing against second stringers. You know what I mean? So if our defense looks the way it looks right now with second, third string players, just imagine what it would look like with our starters that we're sitting down. Like we're levels above where we were last year underneath that dude. I don't even use his name, bro. That's how bad of a defensive coordinator he was. Like I won't even mention his name, just like the other dude who came to play wide receiver. I will not mention his name.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We don't talk about him.
You can't come into the nation and just do dirty. You know what I mean? Like I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Once a Raider, always a Raider, unless you leave on bad terms.
There you go. There you go. What are you most excited about going into the second preseason game? All of y'all. I'm gonna start with right now with Dirty, since our brother came in last. What are you most excited about seeing? Because we all know, right, that Mariota is going to play in the second preseason game. That's what I'm most excited about, seeing what he can do. He should dominate. I mean, look, this guy was a first rounder. I mean, what was he? Number 1 pick. Shit. I mean, right? Or number 3. He was somewhere in the top 5. I know that. But at the end of the day, man, like that should be the guy we should look at to have a great game, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, being a former defensive back, I'm always looking at DBs. It was been the weakest part of our game since Woodson left. It's been literally the weakest part of our game. There's been nobody in the back there that's like has any type of like history of being an actual star in the NFL. So with that,
you start throwing out old school defensive backs from like Smith and all those dudes, and you start to like get a little tear in your eye because you hate them so much, bro. All them do, even our defensive back from 2016. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. My fault.
Nah, you good. Hey, this is what this shit is here for. We all gonna cut it on each other. That's what it's here for. We all brothers. We
Talk
talking
that shit.
Yeah, you feel me? So no. Hey, Pastor Raider, we're talking that stuff.
Oh, talk that stuff.
You tell Pastor Raiders out of here. We'll be back to talking that shit. But right now we're talking that stuff.
I'm from Stockton, California, brother.
Oh, so you know.
I'm from Stockton, California.
Yeah. So Dirty, you saying you're excited about seeing the secondary? That's another guy I'm happy about. Damon Arnett. I want to see what we can do with Damon Arnett and see in week 2. That's what I want to see.
I don't think he had a bad game. He missed 1 tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that,
tackle, I will say this. I watched that. I wasn't so mad about the missed tackle because if you look, he was going at the ball, and I can't complain about him. He's attacking the ball. Now, granted, there's some probably fundamentals. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you that know football better than I do, but he's attacking the ball. I mean, I can't get mad at the guy for attacking the ball.
Yeah, but the problem is that Arnett had a problem tackling last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that's the issue. So
right.
It's like, are we going to improve it? You only had 1 whiff, though. Just like you said, Dirty, you only had 1 whiff. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Real quick. Like, how many defensive backs can you name on one hand right now that tackled and could cover? They either did one or the other, right? Well, we've had DBs that can't do either one, right? Yeah. So at least he's trying to tackle, and he's got better coverage.
He's not lying.
I mean, what are we mad at? Like, literally, what are we mad at? We're mad that we got a player that we want to try and is trying to put forth an effort, and we're pissed. I mean,
well, I think the problem with that, though, my brother, is that we have not seen him do either of those 2 things great yet. Or even, let's be honest, or average. Now, granted, he's hurt.
Hey, he had a great season last year for a man in a cast.
I agree, but it was like one moment. It was Jekyll and Hyde for me. I'm cringing a little. It's like when Mariota throws the football. I'm like, you're either going to throw the best ball I've ever seen in my life,
Yes.
or I'm literally crying at the end of it and throwing stuff at my TV and telling my kids I'm sorry for getting angry. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And that's how I feel about Arnett until he proves it otherwise, which is why I want to see him. I want to see him play in as many of these preseason games. He did not get a lot of burn in that first game, and I don't understand that. I mean, we got to know.
But let me ask y'all this, and tell me if you agree with me or if you don't. I think the best thing that ever happened to Damon Arnett was Casey Hayward, because
for sure,
blank period, Arnett does not have to be that guy this year. He can learn this system behind a former All-Pro, Pro Bowl guy, and next year he can come back in and take his spot back and still rotate, because we all know Gus Bradley rotates. All about rotation. So Arnett's going to still get a lot of burn. But I think Casey Hayward's presence alone is going to make Damon Arnett a better player.
I agree. Well, I mean, if you think about it too, and on all levels right now, we could possibly have that veteran that we've needed. I'm going brain dead. I did a lot of drugs as a teenager. The guy that we just brought in on the defensive line, what's his name?
McCoy?
Gerald McCoy. We have a veteran leader right up the middle, Pro Bowler. If we bring KJ Wright in, you got your middle of the field leading the way, talking those guys up, already knows the system, and then you bring him up. I mean, come on, bro. All three levels, we have a veteran leader, somebody to push those. That excites me more than anything. At this point,
that's what I've been preaching, because think about it. Not even just that. You have a leader on the defensive end on the outside, Yannick. You have a leader on the inside, Gerald McCoy. You go to linebacker, you bring in the KJ Wright. Boom, you got him. You got Casey Hayward on the outside, and then the safety is still up in the air because you have two young guys that both have a lot of promise with Trayvon Merrick and Jonathan Abram. So, look, man.
But Hayward can still talk those guys up too.
Yeah,
it's different, but it's similar enough that I think that he can still talk those guys up. Now, he could honestly, if he's been in this system as long as he's been in the system, I would imagine he knows a lot about that safety position. And I'm sure he can help and guide them with what their job is, because he relies on them to do what they're doing so that he can do what he does well.
Facts. Real quick, shout out to Raider Kojo. Send me the email, my brother, and thank you for the donation. As always, King, send it over. 916 is definitely in the building. Shout out to Sacramento, man. Send the email, brother, and I will pull you up after this. Real talk. I got you. Let me ask you this real quick. Dirty, what about Trey Vegas, man? What did you see with him?
I like Trey Vegas. I think he's going to take Rashad's spot. He costs less and he's more physical.
Yes.
I think he's going to be our red zone back. Truthfully, I honestly believe anything within 12 yards, they're going to put him in, simply to save Jacob's body. Drake is more slot. He's more going to be that Joker realm. You know what I mean? They're going to have him on the field with Regis.
Drake has a specific job.
I honestly believe Regis is going to be that red zone back that we've been looking for. I could see him in a package with Marcus Mariota out there. You know what I mean? I could see something like that going on that really throw off defenses.
Real quick, shout out to OG and Bass. I love y'all. Y'all already know, man. Y'all are always on the channel. Let's get some of our other brothers in. I'm going to bring y'all in a little while. But let's get some of our other guys that really ain't been on the channel too much. You know what I mean? To get on here and talk a little football. You feel me? Shout out to OG. Shout out to Bash. You already know I love you, my brothers. So, Raider Joe, what about that, man? Regis, man. What did you see with him? What did you see with him in week one preseason? Because him and BJ Edmonds, both those backup guys were doing their Dougie. They were both doing their thing. I mean, is Rashard gone in your eyes? Is he gone in your eyes?
Oh, yeah, Rashard's out. I think Regis kind of remind me of Crockett. Zach Crockett.
Okay.
That's a guy from my era too.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
That's a great comparison. That's a great comparison. Yeah.
And Stewart was just to Stewart. Shout out to Stu. He was just talking about Zach Crockett the other day as well. I didn't even think about that comparison. I like that. That's a great. You know, everybody always said he's mini beast mode, and I'm like, pump the brakes, Grasshopper. Like, chill out. Like you can't call nobody beast mode yet, bro. Like that's
beast mode is big shoes to fill.
Yes.
Beast mode, big shoes to fill.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
That's another level. That's a level up from
whole
Crockett. I love Crockett, but that's another up. That's another.
Yeah. And you don't even want to put that on that man's jacket yet. It's too early, man, to give that guy, that kind of pressure on him. You feel me? So
let him prove himself in the regular season first.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Facts. I think
Yeah,
BJ Edmonds,
I had my kid
on the practice squad. I think BJ Edmonds is making the practice squad. Go ahead, bro.
My son is sitting there watching the game with me, bro, and he's going. My son's a huge Josh Jacobs fan, bro. He's got pictures of them all on his wall. My son is bought in, and my son's going. He's not better than Josh Jacobs though. He's not better than Josh Jacobs though.
He's already sold.
Sold, bro. Listen. I took my kids on a tour of the stadium, and I watched my daughter's wearing a cheerleader's outfit, and I watched my kids' faces light up. You know what? It's funny. When I became a Raider fan, I actually fell in love with the Raiders, like for real, on the Tuckerell game. I watched that game. I remember I literally was like heartbroken when they lost. I watched my kids have the moment I had during the Tuckerell game while we toured the stadium, bro. It was one of the coolest things ever. One of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Hey, our A's are getting smoked right now, but I do see.
Bro, did you see my boy he got slapped? Oh my, bro! I was just watching it, and my son's watching. He goes, "Is he dead? No, he's not dead." Bro, man, that's not good.
No,
that is not good.
And that's our number one.
That 13. What is he? I think he's like 13-6 or something. It's not good.
I went to the game the other night, man. These 3 losses in a row is gonna hurt, bro. It's gonna hurt because we on a run right now.
We're playing the White Sox. They're good. As long as we're losing the teams that are good, anyway.
Hey, OG, you ain't shit, man. He said, dude, I stopped drinking for 2 hours to get in. God damn, bro. Is that an accomplishment? Shit.
He's
God
lit.
Edmonds can back up Ingold, in my opinion. Nah, man, we actually already have another guy that can back up Ingold with Greshik. But I don't know if we're going to keep 2 fullbacks on the roster. He'll probably end up going on a practice squad for sure.
Listen, Ingle could have an arm dangling, and my boy's gonna go in and still hit somebody, bro.
They
did
broken ribs?
I don't remember what video it was, but they were talking about his ribs that were messed up, and he was like, "I don't think y'all knew how bad it was. I sneezed and almost started crying because my ribs are broke, and this is and then still went out and played."
And he's playing football. Shout to Kojo. What's up, King?
What's up, Graf? What's up, fellas?
How good to have you on, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'm glad to be on. I've been waiting for a minute, bro. I've been waiting my turn.
Well, look, we about to all be in here tonight, man, talking that shit. We got 5 people in right now. We're gonna keep people coming in tonight. Kojo, man, what are you thinking about this conversation we having right now, brother?
I'm loving the conversation. I like where we're going. I like Casey Hayward, what he's doing. I like Nate Hobbs. To me, you said that KJ Wright is the Infinity Stone. To me, Nate Hobbs is like the rookie Infinity Stone, okay? Because I've been waiting for a defensive back to do this for a good minute. I mean, Abram did it in 19, but then he got hurt. Like after the first play, he got hurt. I was like, damn, bro. But I like what Nate Hobbs is doing. I like that corner blitz. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Hey, he's gonna take the league by storm, y'all. I'm telling you. I think Gus knew what he was doing with that pick, man, for sure.
Geno Smith is still laying on the 50-yard line. I watched their presser today.
hey, shout to Reppin' for Life real quick. He says, hey, Graf, is Rasul Douglas still on the team? Bro, he is. And what's so crazy is things have been really, really quiet on the Rasul Douglas front. Like, I'm a huge Rasul fan from West Virginia. I always say it. I hate to sound like I'm just repeating myself, but it's very shocking to see how quiet Rasul has been, because I thought that him and Bleedy would put a little more out there. But it's only preseason week 1. We'll see a lot more this Saturday. I think you're going to hear Rasul's number and Bleedy's number called a little bit more. Bleedy did have a nice breakup in that fourth quarter as well, but Rasul has been quiet, man.
Let me ask you, do you really, really think he has a chance of making the team? I mean, he's a veteran presence. I don't either. I mean, he's got a veteran presence, right? But you got so many rookies that are better than you.
Yeah.
You have young dogs.
You got young dogs that want it more than you do.
Rasul Douglas is only 25 years old, y'all.
Yeah, but how long has he been in the league?
He's been in the league for a few years.
He's got some burn.
He seems older because he's been around for a while.
Yeah,
but,
so let's think about it. How the NFL thinks. You've been in the league 4 years, right?
You old as fuck.
You old, bro. You old.
Is
You
this
don't
his
have
second or
you're a
third team?
step behind. You know, you're a step behind. You can't. You've had what 3 months to pick up the D. You still haven't picked it up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make the squad.
Okay. So okay.
I have a question.
Real quick.
I'm gonna hold it. I'll hold it. Yeah.
Real quick. So if Rasul doesn't make the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got our net backing up Casey, right?
Yeah.
Who's backing up Mullen on the other side? In your eyes?
In my eyes, probably
say no.
Probably Hobbs. Look.
Hold on. He's a starting slot.
Me personally, I don't like Lawson. I don't like Nixon. Neither one of them have played up to their standards. Right? We got both of them. They're either hurt or taking PDEs.
No. Yeah.
But neither one of you guys can stay on the field. You've been in the league 4 years. You got one interception. You know, the other dude got one pass breakup at the end of a Chargers game, which, yeah, I appreciate. Thank you. But what else have you done? You're wasting my money. Let me move on to some other player. You're wasting my money. You're wasting my time. Let me move on to somebody else who deserves a better shot.
And we have got to stop holding on to
Johnson?
these hopeful guys. We got to stop holding on to these hopefuls.
But right now, that backup position is really we only have guys that we kind of been holding on to because look, Nate Hobbs has a slot. He has a slot spot. That's clear. He's going to start the slot.
Yeah.
So backing up Mullen, is it going to be Isaiah Johnson, who's been hurt and can't prove to stay on the field? At this point, I'd rather have a Rasul Douglas because at least I know he'll be out there. Because Isaiah has way more promise,
right,
and he's younger. But bro, you have to keep an eye on that spot. Like, who the hell is going to back him up? Because if Rasul doesn't make the team, then we're a lot thinner than we used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Amik is better on the outside than he is on the inside.
Yes, bro. Yes, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Bro, that's great. That was his bread and butter at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's better on the outside than he is on the inside. I don't mind him backing up Mullen.
So there we go.
God forbid Mullen gets hurt, but you know the way Mullen plays, I don't see the injuries coming for him. So if Amik has to back him up, fine. I'm with him backing him up for 3-4 plays a game. I got no issue with that.
That's cool.
But he's better on the outside than the inside. I think he's better than Johnson. I think he's better than Nixon. And I think we got a better contract deal with him right now.
Yeah.
He's younger. He's a little bit more proven. Like even his college tapes are better than Lawson and Nixon's. If you go back and compare the 3 college tapes, his college tapes are better. Which means he has more potential than they do. I'm just tired of hearing both of them every year, every preseason. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing this, and then they play one game a year. Come on, man, dismiss me with that. You collecting a check.
Okay. So
hey, but let me ask y'all something.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Kojo.
Okay, you said it earlier, Graf, when you did the earlier live. Why the hell is Nevin Lawson still a Raider? Like, he must have something on Gruden. He has a sex tape or some bullshit because it's like, why is this dude still a Raider? It's like last year against the Bucks, you know, they put Nevin Lawson on Gronkowski. I'm like, what are we doing here?
And he got cooked.
He got cooked all night.
See, that's where we would have wanted somebody like Isaiah Johnson, and I'm not even talking position. I'm talking size and body, but Isaiah Johnson can't stay on the field. He's hurt.
You know what's crazy, bro? I feel like hear me out with this. I feel like maybe Paul Gunther and Nevin Lawson walked in and caught Mayock and Gruden doing some disgustingly shit. Like, that might have been what happened, bro. Like maybe Gunther and Nevin Lawson was walking through the hallway, like, you know what, man, we're gonna get him tomorrow. They walked in and seen some just nasty ass shit. I don't know. I understand how Lawson can still be around and how Paul kept that job that long. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Nevin Lawson. Then, but look, Gus, they're saying that Gus is high on him too, though. So maybe Gruden passed the note along, like, hey man, keep him around. I don't know.
Hey, well, I did have one question. I did have one question. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Finish up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, is seeing guys like Nick Kwiatkowski in on that first game as much as he was, is that a bad sign or is that a good sign? You know what I mean? Because
both.
I felt the same way. And I don't know if that was us like saying, okay, because KJ Wright is sitting in the dark right now. He's like lurking on, you know what I mean? Granted, he's got to make a decision to sign with us. He gets a choice. Yeah. But I'm looking at Kwiatkowski, who I like. I think I have yet to see a thing from Kwiatkowski that I did not like, right? But at this point, who would you rather have? KJ Wright, a guy who's been in the system, or Nick Kwiatkowski? And then I see him in on the first game, and he is not a guy I thought I would see on the field. Like, hands down, I did not think I would see him. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's bad for Kwiatkowski. I think it's good for Morrow.
Exactly. I agree.
Because that tells me that Morrow's been doing his homework. There's a reason
Morrow's going to move to the mic? He's going to move to the middle and play.
They talked about it. He's
been wearing the green dot in preseason. I mean, you don't get the green dot on defense if you're not going to play the spot.
That's true.
Look,
you know,
I think it could be a good thing or a bad thing. At the end of the day, look, maybe they put Quit out there just to see how he'll look against an actual team outside of just training camp. I think they wanted to say, let's see what Nick can do against an opposing team instead of just our offense. Look, that can benefit him as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have went out there, say he starts again Saturday and he sits out there for a while and he balls out.
Okay.
Then he goes back to training camp and they're like, okay, we have
some decisions to make. Yeah. And
so,
part of my thought was too, this isn't the system he was just in. So maybe they're trying to get their green dot guys in there to work on that. Like, okay, we're going to risk you getting hurt, but it's more important than in live situations. You learn the communication points that need to be made because you are important to communicate where, what's needed where in a new system.
Another thing is this, y'all, that people fail to realize is next year, Nick Kwiatkowski has no more dead money. We can let him walk and we can use that money for Morrow. We can keep Morrow around. What I mean? We drafted, he came to us. He's been a Raider his whole career. Nick Kwiatkowski was a backup in Chicago. He got a job because the starting linebacker went down and he looked good. He did look good. And he earned that contract. We did overpay him.
And he hasn't looked great, but he's looked good. Morrow has had moments where he's looked great. We did.
We overpaid him.
Morrow has had moments that he's looked great.
Just last year. Because before last year, everybody was like, Morrow sucks.
Remember, Morrow was undrafted too.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean? So when you come in undrafted and you have moments of greatness and people who are drafted don't have moments of greatness. I mean, Morrow is physically faster. Yes. He's physically stronger. He has a higher football IQ and he's at a lower salary. But he's balling. Yeah. Like he's literally balling.
And so, I think we were very, very smart. And to be honest with you, I was a little hesitant about it, but we were very smart now to bring Morrow back. I think that Gus actually went and talked to Mayock. He talked to Gruden. He said, I see something in this guy. Let's bring him back a year and see how he works in this system, because I think he knew something like this was going to happen. Look, Nick Kwiatkowski, let's be honest. To me, he's okay in coverage, but to me, he's more of a old school kind of thumper kind of linebacker per se. Yeah. Like, we got Littleton who can cover. At one point, he was the best coverage linebacker in the league. We got Morrow that got to the quarterback. He had 3 sacks last year or 5 or whatever he had. How many interceptions did he have? He had a couple. But either way, he's shown that he can play good in coverage and get to the quarterback and play the run. I think that Quit was a little more one-dimensional, more of that young, more of that old school thumper kind of guy. And all these linebackers that we got, these guys fly. They're sideline to sideline guys. Can Quit be that? I can see it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think he has the speed. I don't think he has the speed to be that.
He showcased that a little bit last year with that interception with against Denver.
So
that was
nice. Getting ready to ask you
I agree.
That. So that interception he got, who created that interception?
I think that was Farrell, because Farrell came off the edge, right?
Was it Clee?
It was either Farrell or Carl Nassib. They put the pressure.
Right.
You know what? Kojo, you're right. No, Nassib was back there with Clee. Yes.
Yeah, Nassib was back there. Yeah,
hey,
I remember that.
Here's a hot take. Here's a hot take. Carl Nassib is the worst contract we have on this team right now. No cap.
You're right. 100%.
Carl Nassib is the worst contract we have on this team at the moment, minus Marcus Mariota, and I don't even blame that so much because we need a backup in Gruden's system.
Hold on. Okay, we can say that, but okay, hear me out on this. Y'all gonna disagree with me because this is a guy that I have to be a Pro Bowler this year. The worst contract right now, to be honest with you, probably is Littleton. He's restructured twice, but it's because he's underperformed. I think Littleton could be.
I agree. Okay.
I think he can be one of the best linebackers in this league.
I didn't think about that one.
His play thus far, he's not lived up to that contract, and his name is bigger than Carl Nassib's. So I feel like right now, Littleton has been overpaid more than Nassib because we overpaid Nassib to come in and be an average. We knew what we were getting with Nassib. We weren't expecting him to come in and be a 10 to 12 sack guy. You get 5 to 7 from Nassib at best. That's what you get out of Nassib. 5 to 7 sacks, and you're good. And we're cool with that if we can get that. But I think
we got Nassib for 2 reasons. We got him for his physical presence.
Yes.
He's long, he's length.
Yes. Bat the ball down.
Quick.
Yes.
And he's quick. You know what I mean? We didn't get him to literally force the quarterback into the things that he's been doing. So when you say he's overpaid, I honestly don't think he's overpaid. I think he's paid right at the amount because most people were expecting more, and they weren't watching him the seasons before. You can't expect something more because he signs with another team or he had a fabulous season before that. You go back and you watch 4 seasons. What did he do for 4 seasons? Okay, he had 1 fabulous season, but the rest of his seasons, they're simple seasons. Yeah. He's there for the work.
Okay, here's one then, y'all. Here's the worst contract we have right now because he's unproven. Andre James. You pay the center all kind of money that probably played 2 or 3 snaps. So look, I think he's going to be great. Don't get me wrong. I think Andre James is going to be a great guy, a great center.
I just say that you can't say that until he plays, until we see it on film. He's got to put it on.
But that's still kind of my argument. It's like you gave him all, but you know what? You're right though, Pastor, because Cable was the one that spoke up for him. I trust Cable. You know what I mean? So if Cable says pay this man and let Rodney walk, then you know what? I'll step back from that.
And even if Cable is wrong about him, Cable has done enough because Cable came in on bad terms for me. For me, I was kind of going, I was kind of shrieking back a little. I was worried about having Tom Cable as our guy. He's been our coach before. I'm 32. I remember. He just had me worried, but he's done enough. We are the most underrated offensive line in the last 2 seasons, hands down. And then we make the moves that we make, and all of a sudden everybody's talking trash about what we've done for the last 2 seasons, and very few of the mainstream media guys are giving us any credit for the amount of injuries that had and how well we still played with those injuries. Yeah. It makes zero sense.
We could say this.
But Pastor,
go ahead.
Did he have you worried because of what he did previously? Like when he knocked the dude's eye socket out?
Nah, that's Raider stuff, bro. Knocking people out is Raider stuff. Not that don't worry me none. We bring in we brought in Incognito, and I said, there you go. That's a guy. That's a guy.
And we could agree outside of the rookie contracts, right? That Derek Carr and Waller have the best contracts. Period.
That's magic, bro. That's some wizardry, bro. That's Hogwarts, bro. That's some wizardry. What team right now has a franchise quarterback, and I don't care what you say about Derek Carr, he's a franchise quarterback. He's a top 10 guy. Who's better than him? Name guys in there's literally 4 quarterbacks that I would take over him. You can shut your mouth. And then Darren Waller, literally one of the best players in football. Darren Waller should be in the top 10 in that 100 list they're putting out right now. And if he's not in that top 10, it's because the league hates us. And he's not going to be. I think you're right, brother. I really think you're right. And I've been watching because Jacob makes it to 65. I don't think Derek Carr makes it on that list, even though he's a top 10 quarterback.
He's not gonna make it.
Shutting up.
My thing is the NFL's got this issue with the Raiders, and it all stems from Paul Tagliabue and Al Davis's back and forth. Right? Ain't both them men dead? Didn't they both die? Yep. Can we move on now? Can we let it go?
Well, but listen to this though too. Those issues still persisted when they try to move us to LA and have us share a stadium with the Rams. I guarantee you the reason that we did not go to LA, which in hindsight, I'm happy we went to Vegas. I guarantee you the reason that we did not go to LA was because we didn't want to share a team. We didn't want to share a stadium with another team. because Mark Davis and his bad haircut knew Raider fans would be up in arms if they threw us in the stadium with the Rams. With the Rams?
No, so
Come
I'm gonna
on.
tell you this. I'm gonna answer that one for you, Pastor. You somewhat on the right line.
I know what you're gonna say, Dirty. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
You gotta flip it a little bit. We can't share a stadium with anybody. We will wipe out the market. And the NFL was completely concerned about that. You're gonna have the Raiders and another team. Well,
that's not good.
That other team, like, especially when the Chargers came in talking about Sharon Carson, I was like, oh yeah, this is hogwash. This ain't never gonna happen. Because your home games is our home games. Yeah. So how is that going to work for you?
We literally would have to have 3 jails in the stadium.
Bro, like, first of all, the Rams wouldn't exist in LA if the Raiders were there. If we were there, the Rams wouldn't even exist anymore. I know the Rams are still one of those teams in LA where, you know, they've been around. But, bro, our Raiders run LA. Exactly, Joe. Look, bro, you go to LA right now, any liquor store, there's Raiders shit everywhere. You go anywhere in LA.
Number one in
Raiders
LA.
Shit everywhere. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like we that's the reason why the NFL didn't put us over there. We would have ran that shit. We'd have ran it.
We'd have cornered the market. And then the
thing that bothered me,
they would have to relocate.
The thing that bothered me is that it's the move that made the most sense, but Vegas was the best fit. In the sense of, so it's the move that made the most sense, but Vegas made the most sense because the Raiders in Vegas, come on, I don't have to explain it. And Vegas needing professional sports teams. Vegas is rallying behind us.
It's an untapped market.
It's a totally untapped. Hey, super quick. I watched a video.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Joe. My bad. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. It's real fitting because, like you said, Vegas needed a team, and we needed that fucking stadium, man. Yeah. I love O.co, but man, that shit was getting old, man.
Bro, I trust me. I
never wanted to.
Most of us grew up in that shit.
I never got to go.
When you go in there, bro, for those who have never been in this Coliseum, and I've said this before, when you go to O.co, you go in the bathrooms. There's paper Pepsi cups on the roof to make sure the shit don't leak down in the bathroom. Oh, like it's that bad, bro. Like it really looks like a prison, like real shit. Like I've been to some jails that actually look better than O.co. Or you know what I mean? Like real talk. Like I'd rather be here than in motherfucking O.co. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Crazy,
listen, bro. They were saying they put out there was a video made and it was saying the most miserable team since they've moved from their home state. And this dude was roasting the Raiders, but it made zero sense. I went in the comments and flamed them because we were 20th on the valued franchise list, right? A lot of that had to do with our stadium. We've moved up 3 spots or 4, maybe even 5 spots on that list since moving to Vegas, and we've gained almost $500 million in value towards our team. So $500 million we're worth more now just because we went to Vegas. That's without fans. That's without a lot of things. I guarantee you in the next 10 years, the Raiders will be in the top 10 in the most valuable franchises in sports. I can guarantee it. I put money on it.
Sure.
I'll put money on it.
But do you guys know what they refer to us in the O.co and the Raider fans? Do you know what they call this? They call this the largest outdoor yard in the world. You know, like in the prison yard.
In prison,
they say it was the largest outdoor yard in the world when you go to O.co.
Man, I never got to go.
Kojo, that Stu said too. That Stu said was he played there, and he was like, "Bro, I hated playing in that dirt." He was like, "That shit was hell, bro." He was like, "I don't think you understand. You get
that shit was embarrassing.
It
hell embarrassing.
That shit was embarrassing.
The field goals on the damn dirt.
Bro, you hit the field goal, and he making the motherfuckers. That's what's so crazy.
Janikowski had it locked. Janikowski was the only one that knew how to do it.
For real. But you know,
we actually won a game in 2007 with the Browns because they missed the field goal from the infield.
Yeah, I remember that game. I remember that game.
The only thing I'm gonna miss a lot about Oakland because I love that we're having this conversation because I don't get to have it with too many people. But like going home to Sacramento, where I'm from, I always go to O.co. I always go to an A's game. Always go to a Raiders game. I miss going over there, catching a BART just for the fuck of it. Sometimes I used to just park and get on the BART and say fuck it instead of even parking, because I just take the BART, kick it with the nation, and do what I do. But the good thing is now I live in Texas and I have a reason to go to Vegas. You know what I mean? Like from California, bro, Vegas is so easy because it's next to you that you never want to go. It's like, come on, I can go anytime I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like
that's why I didn't understand fans being so upset about the move, because Vegas is so close. I was young. I moved out when I was 17, and most of my family is a Raider fan, so I never got to go experience Oco. I never did. My first Raider game that I went to was in Texas. I went to the Texans game. The next game I'm going to is the Kansas City one this coming year, but I never got to experience it. So all I get to hear is stories from you guys. And I've been to Oco. I went to A's games.
So
Pastor was so crazy. You in Stockton, bro. You can catch a $60 flight to Vegas right now from Stockton.
No, I'm in Oklahoma now. I live in Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, where you from? I'm sorry. I'm saying where you from.
Right. Yeah,
I forgot. You did tell me you in Oklahoma.
When I was a teenager, bro. I was on another. That's another life. I was on a
We was all on one. Shit. What you mean?
So for me, with that move to Vegas, if I could break it down for some fans financially, Oakland was nice. Don't get me wrong. That's our home. I always loved Oakland. I was born in Oakland. You know what I mean? But it's a 6.5 hour drive for me from LA. You know what I mean? That's a 6 hour drive. Yeah. You're telling me I got to drive up to a game the morning of or the night before, tailgate, watch the game, then drive back home because there's really nothing else for me to do? Well, when I can go to Vegas because I'm 2.5 hours from Vegas, I can leave on a Thursday. I can catch a show on Friday night. I can catch a
fight on Saturday.
I can place my bets Sunday morning. You know what I mean? I can gamble a little bit. Then go watch
back by Sunday night.
You know what I mean? Collect my winnings and then go home, and I'm ready. I'm in the bed by 1 o'clock, and I'm ready for work the next day. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Are our tickets outrageously priced? Yes, they are. But
hey,
we deserve that.
I just saw a video dude made. He's not a Raider fan. And this is why our tickets are so highly priced. This dude spent something like $1,500,000 on Raiders tickets to scalp them, upcharge them, and resell them. And he made a video about how much money he was losing on doing that. And the whole premise of his video was saying, hey, don't do what I did. But I went in there and I started talking trash to him. I was like, you're the reason I can't take my boys to a game in Vegas. You're the reason I can't go experience that with my kids. And no, he hasn't replied because he's got small balls, but it's all right, whatever.
Talk that shit.
Hey, but Graf, you've been to the Allegiant Stadium. Do you have any idea if we can tailgate there? Because so far I haven't heard anything.
There's no parking. There's hardly any parking there, bro. I just went. There's literally hardly any parking. You're gonna end up the tailgate is gonna be at the bars. So when Graf goes to the bars, it's gonna Graf is gonna be
the tailgate won't be the same. It won't be the same as Oakland.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That stadium was built. When you get out there, right, and you look at it, you can see that it was built to kill all that off, to kill it all off. That stadium was built to kill tailgating as a whole. Why would they want you tailgating when they can have you in casino spending money? They don't want you. Bro, they don't want you sitting out in the parking lot grilling and all that shit. When you can go lose your money in the casino, spend money on food. Like they don't want to lose out on shit. And mind you, it's 120 degrees damn near fucking every day out there. It's a liability. It's a liability. They don't want nobody sitting outside fucking. Oh, bro, when I shot Soul Nation, thank God I had a fire videographer because my face was like bloodshot red. Like he had to put like a filter on my shit because I couldn't breathe out there, bro. Filming that whole video, I was dying. So I can only imagine sitting out there drinking in that heat. A lot of people ain't drinking no motherfucking water. You know how that shit go. And it's a liability. So they literally created that shit to kill off the whole tailgate experience. That's why us as the nation was pissed as fuck. I shed tears when I found out about Vegas because it hurt my soul because nobody will ever understand what it's like in Oakland in that fucking parking lot. That shit, bro, is like Vegas, fucking Times Square, South Beach, all bunched into one with just a bunch of real motherfuckers. And nobody will, if you've never got a chance to experience that, I'm sorry. I hate to say it because I don't want to brag, but I'm going to brag because I love that shit. There's nothing like it. You know what I mean? There's nothing like it, bro.
Well, there was only one place that held a candle to that, and that's Los Angeles. When they was here in LA at the Coliseum, yeah, our tailgates was fire. You used to come through with the Lolos bouncing.
But it's the same culture though. It's the same culture though. You feel me? Like dirty. Like we went from Oakland to LA. So motherfuckers from Oakland drove to LA. Then back here to LA, drove back to Oakland. It's all the same gang. At the end
Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question to somebody that didn't get to experience that. We have 5 Raider fans sitting in here right now. I'm somebody that didn't get to experience it. So just hearing y'all talk about it makes me think, man, is there a chance that I can get a glimpse? No. I hear you, brother. I hear you. I'm with you. Raider fans are the people that never say no, right? We're not saying no. I guarantee you some Raiders fans are going to find a way to do it. It may not look the same at all, but I guarantee you there's going to be they're going to find a way. They're going to find a way.
Put it like this, bro. When I shot that video, people were excited, but I had to go out there and literally hype everybody up. You know what I'm saying? Like in Oakland, I wouldn't have had to do that. People would have seen that camera when I was doing. Bro. Everybody would have jumped in like, "Oh,
that's Oakland, though, bro." I'm not trying to hate you. You spend a lot more time in the Bay probably than I did, but that's Oakland, bro. Oakland's got a different energy. Listen, real quick, close enough. We're close cousins, bro. Like Sacramento style, we're close cousins. We
real quick before we keep on with this topic, because I love where we're going. Shout out to Jack Kenner. Thank you for the donation, as always, my brother. First Raider game, 1976. Cried when the Raiders moved to LA. Did a multi-keger when moved home to Oakland. Proud of the move to LV. The Raiders deserve it, and that right there is something that we all have to look at. Because it's facts. We deserve a great stadium. And when you see this shit in person, it's the nicest shit you'll ever see. Like, it's just like we had an eyesore in Oakland, but it was our eyesore. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it meant more to us. Los Angeles Coliseum, too. I went to a game back there when I was young, too. I felt like back then I still liked it because the palm tree. It was a beautiful experience in Los Angeles Coliseum. It was a whole nother situation.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You see all these pictures of SoFi. SoFi looks like a resort. SoFi doesn't look like a place you go to watch your favorite team play. The moment you look at our stadium, the moment you drive by it, that's the Raiders Stadium. Yep. It looks the part. It fits the part. The torch. I went into everything, bro. I toured the locker room. I seen it all. I'm telling you, this stadium was built. It was built for us. It wasn't built for. It wasn't even built for Vegas. It wasn't even built for Vegas. It was built for the Raider Nation, hands down, point blank, period, no questions asked. That's why I love Mark Davis, man.
The stadium is fire. I took the tour. You know what I mean? I took the tour. Stadium is fire. I really don't see a problem with paying $300 to sit anywhere in that stadium. Every seat in that stadium is a fire
I'll pay that $300. Listen. I paid $400. I just paid $400 to go watch the Dirtball Chiefs play, on 300 deck seats in the Chiefs Stadium. I'll pay $300-$400, but $600 or $700, $800, $900, bro. I mean, I ain't balling out of control. They've made it unreachable, bro.
I feel you, Dirty. To be honest with you, if it's $300, $300, not a fucking $1,000 for a nosebleed seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If it's $300, I would do that in Las Vegas for sure because.
If it's normal man's price, you know what I mean? Like if it's a legitimate normal price, that's fine. But this inflation, because it's the first Monday night, it's the first home opener of regular season, it's the first time with fans back in, like all of that, I shouldn't have to pay for all of that. Why am I paying for that? Can't I just pay for the game? You know what I mean? Because half that money's not going back to the Raiders, it's going to the scalpers.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Dirty, you know what's so crazy? It kind of got reversed now. Think of it like this. You went to Oakland, right? You paid more for the hotel than you did for the ticket. In Vegas, the hotel is cheaper than the ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, like real talk, like they pretty much giving away hotels in Vegas. Like, come stay with us. Come stay with us. You know what I'm saying? Nice ones, bro. I stayed at the Aria.
Tickets?
Go ahead, Joe.
Do they have standing room only?
No, they don't have standing room.
No standing room tickets.
$500 is the cheapest ticket. That's in the nosebleeds, and then as you go closer to the field, it gets up to like $20,000, $25,000.
Regular
I saw
season. Regular
$100,000 for a sideline
Yeah,
ticket.
that's like the ultimate. The $100,000 one is the ultimate.
Yeah, $100,000 to get inside that club we got at the end. That makes no sense. $100,000 for one night, and you still got to buy bottles.
Hey, somebody was saying. I've heard a lot of talk, and I've actually even heard it on this channel that they're trying to do away with the black hole. But
there is no black hole in Vegas,
Bro, we are the black hole.
That's what I'm Yes.
As long as there's nation at the end zone, there's a black hole.
They
But
put
I
that
get
stupid
what
nightclub
The
in.
entire stadium that's black hole. That entire stadium. I just was gonna say that the entire stadium is the black hole now, bro. I cannot wait till that money.
And let me get these super chats in real quick. Shout out to Mo Dizzle, man. Appreciate you, brother. With Mayfield and Herbert both on the top 100, where does Carr land? He doesn't. I'm telling you now, Carr's not going to make this list. Does he deserve it? If he didn't go yet, he's not going to be on this list.
He's not going to make it. He would have made it in the 70s.
Yeah, or 70s, 80s. I don't even care if it had been 90s. It would have been great to see Carr on here, but he's not going to land.
Make the list.
You know what? You know what would be a surprise? If they actually gave this man his credit and let him land in the top 25. Because that's where he deserves to be.
That would be insane. But the problem is that it's by peers. And I don't know if a lot of players really look, let's be honest. I don't know too many. I know people respect DC as a play. I mean, as a guy, as a man, as a God-fearing guy. I don't really hear too many guys talk very, very highly of DC. I could be wrong, but
Von Miller did. That's all I need.
Well, Von
Miller did.
But he talks highly about everybody.
But not like DC, though.
He's just a good guy.
DC is one of them quarterbacks he does not like facing.
Yeah.
Because he's got that quick release. Who else has a better under pressure sack quarterback and getting rid of the ball? Who's better?
But it is the offense.
And be honest, who's better?
Dirty. It is the offense, though. It's a quick dink and dunk. It's kind of get rid of
the
ball
like
fast.
That in 2016. He had some of that in 2016. We were still mad at his throwaways in 2016.
No. Mind you, I'm a DC guy. I fuck with DC heavy.
No,
I'm
just saying, I got a signed jersey in my closet.
But if he's on this list, I'm gonna end this real quick, y'all. I'm sorry. Sophie is stale as fuck. It is. It looked like a fucking museum or something. Nothing really for either team. Allegiant is the Raiders. Appreciate you, Mo Dizzle, as always, my brother. And real quick, shout out to G Rich. Drove 13 hours to go to the Raiders game in Oakland before relocation. I was blown away by the scene in the parking lot. Nothing else like it in the world. I appreciate you, Rich. And that is Factory Outlet, brother. That is facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
Hey, real quick, too. Hey, Kojo.
Yo.
I want to hear more about my brother. I know my brother Kojo knows his shit. I just invited Sideline X in, man. I want to see if he pulls up because I know you guys were talking the other day about who knows the most about the Raiders.
So and I answered his question, and he tried to tell me it was wrong, and I'm like, no, bro, you need to look it up.
If he pulls
I know what
up,
I'm talking about.
If he pulls up, we gotta have a debate, my brother. We gotta have a debate. Let me see. Let's get some questions in, y'all. While we're all on here, I want to bring in a few other people in a minute. Real quick. Let me see. I think I got a few more emails in here as well. Let me see. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna get OG in real quick because he's gonna kill me if I don't.
Oh shit, Daniel coming on?
Yeah, let me get OG in here real quick. Also,
isn't it past his bedtime?
He started drinking again, bro. He's slouched.
Oh no, he's probably drunk as fuck right now. Hey, Bass and OG, you guys are still in here. Pull up. I just sent y'all the invite. Kev, I'm gonna shoot you one here in a second too. I just know right now with all of us, and shout out to my brother Pastor Raider. That boy he got wind. That motherfucker got wind. If we get 7 to 8 motherfuckers on here, we all ain't gonna be able to talk that shit. And that's no disrespect. I love that shit. No. Talk your shit. I'm not mad about that, brother. I love it. Real quick spotlight. Yes, I see my Kings. That's sad that that's the only shit we can be happy about, but I'm gonna take it, man. My Kings won the Summer League. Let's fucking go.
Wait for a quick recovery spotlight. Get back.
Hey, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, man. I'm a Clipper fan, so.
Oh shit! So you know what time it is, bro.
I've been a Clipper fan since '84, though. I'm not a new fan.
Okay, so you're a real one. Okay, you've been
a
Clipper fan when they suck. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Danny Manning, Ron Harper. Yeah,
I don't like bandwagon. Oh, I like the Clippers because they got Kawhi Leonard. Like, no.
Hey, Danny was my guy. Danny was my guy.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I became a fan because I couldn't afford Laker tickets. So I was like, well, I go to the Clipper game. Yeah.
Hey,
So
but let me
don't
tell
feel
you
bad.
guys something. Anybody that hasn't been to the LA Coliseum, the one thing that impressed me is it's in a bad neighborhood and the damn thing sold out. It was like 92,000, 93,000 people. But if you go there, you're like, yeah, if you're a punk, you don't belong there. You better get the hell out of town because that's not a good neighborhood to be in. But if you can hold your shit, then you belong there. Otherwise, get the hell out of here.
It's about Oakland, right?
I'm talking about Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been to Oakland many a times, but I'm saying I went to Los Angeles. I went to that Coliseum. It's in a bad neighborhood, but the damn thing sold out. 93,000. We had it for the playoffs in '93. I was like, get out of here, bro.
Bro, I've seen people at Oko come in wearing jerseys of other teams and leave walk in like this.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, funny story. My best friend,
no.
for literally, I have a friend. My best friend, his name is John. Super quick. His name is John. He grew up. Him and his dad were Chiefs fans my entire life. 27 years I've known them. I don't know how you become a Chiefs fan growing up in California, but they were. They would go to Oko and not wear a dang thing Chiefs related. They would just sit there and watch the game. Big ups. His name was Big Mike. Was his dad? He died 2 years ago. Me and my brother are going to the game in Kansas City. We're going to spread his ashes on the field. And listen, he's a Chiefs fan, but that man was fan.
I'm going too.
Yeah. I was just gonna say my brother was a Chiefs fan, but he's gonna spread his ashes on the field, bro. That's a big moment for me.
That is fire.
I don't care. I hate the Chiefs. That moment I won't hate him.
That's
he was a good dude. He's a good dude.
I remember my aunt took me to my first Raider game, I think when I was about 5, somewhere around there. And she's a Dolphins fan, diehard Dolphins fan. We went to the game. She had a Merino jersey and all that good shit. I think it was early 90s, somewhere around. No, I'm sorry. It was somewhere around 90. So I think I was about 6, somewhere around there. And bro, when I mean to tell you, she walked in there, she put my Raider blanket over her quick as shit and took the jersey off under the blanket. But she was like, oh, no, because the person on top of us got thrown down some stairs because they was in there screaming about Marino, and dude got tossed down. And I looked at her, and I was just like, this typical shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is all the shit I heard. I'm 6 years old. Like, this is the shit I heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But Oakland and LA, both different type of beasts, man. I love it. I miss those days. But you know what? The good thing is now, man, that we're in Vegas. We're going to get good free agents. There's no state tax. People want to play in Vegas. The lights, the allure of it. I think that we're going to be really, 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 really blessed, man, to be here. I think we're going to get our next ring for sure in these next few years or so, if not this year. Who's to say we can't do it this year?
It's big market. We're big market now. I don't care what none of the we are a big market football team now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you good, bro.
Hey, on that first game, right before kickoff, I believe, they showed like a big panoramic view of just the stadium filled up with the fans. And right there, it clicked for me like, okay, this is why we got this fucking stadium. Because it just looked like just, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It just looked awesome.
Yeah. Right. Was anyone else worried about the fact that it was going to be in Vegas and it would attract more of the other team's fans to our stadium? I was last year because it's such a travel destination. You know what I mean? It's Vegas. Everybody goes to. Doesn't matter what fan you are. You could be a Browns fan and you're going to go to Vegas to party. You know, and you go to a football game.
Truthfully, I was more concerned about hotels buying up tickets and giving it to their high priced guests, and that's not being able to get them. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was more concerned about that than like people traveling to Vegas. I mean, when people travel to Vegas, is the Raider game their number one thing? No. Half the time they're there to catch a show. They're usually not even there on Sunday. They fly out Sunday morning. They fly in Thursday night. They're usually flying out early Sunday morning, late Sunday afternoon. So the real people that's going to be in the stadium, they are going to be the high rollers, and they are going to be the 100% fans. Yeah. Now, 85% of the fans in there may be Raider fans. The other 15% may be the opposite team.
So we may see a few more, but not yet.
It'll be a few more because it's a better place than Oakland. It's cheaper and you get to do more. You know what I mean? So from that aspect, it's going to be a little bit better for fans. But the Raider Nation, we still buy out most of the tickets. Like 50% of the tickets sold are season tickets.
And let me tell y'all this: anybody that goes to road games, I've been to mad road games. We travel well. That was the reason why I knew Vegas was never no other team was going to take over our stadium, bro. Like it's still close. It's still close to LA. Like Dirty said, 2 hours away. 7 from really 6 to 7 from the Bay. An hour flight. I mean, shit, bro. Like
$70 flight.
Yeah, I'll tell you when that worry went away from me was when I went to 2 years ago when I went to the game in Houston, and I was there.
I was there.
50. It was. I promise you, there was probably as many Raider fans as there was Texans fans. Guarantee you, there was as many Raider fans as there was Texans fans.
There might have been more.
There might, and there could have been more.
You're talking about the game where Arden Key kicked him in the face, right? Kicked Deshaun Watson in the face. I was there. Yeah, bro. Yeah. We were way deeper than the Texans out there. The Texans fans were looking at us like, "Oh shit!" Like
we travel well.
Yeah, we travel well. Crazy. Yeah. Even the guys that I was with, both of them weren't Raider fans. That my homies just went with me, supported me. They even were looking at me, going like, "Oh my gosh, this doesn't make sense." My buddy was like, "I'm a Raider fan now."
There's a reason we're called the Nation.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean? There's a reason we're called the Nation. That's because we're spread across the nation.
Yeah.
Other teams
across the globe,
spread across the U.S.
Across the globe.
You know what I mean? We're global. We got fans in Europe, Australia, Germany, Russia,
Bangladesh.
Today I'm pumping gas. I have a Raider hat on and a shirt. Homeboy comes up and gives me dap and says, "Man, I'm a Raider fan." He goes, my best friend's dad was a Raider fan growing up, and he just made me fall in love. A lot like Graf. Got the whole stuff in his garage. And he's like, "Man, people are like this." Yeah.
Oh, I had a dude drive by the other day. I had the garage wide open. He looked inside. He stopped his car. He backed up. I love it, Dirty. And he was like, "Raiders," and kept it moving. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what we do, bro. That's what we do. Hey, real quick, let me get these chats in real fast, man. Shout out to Jack Kenner one more time. The black hole is the heart and the soul of our fan base. If the nation lets it go, then our heart goes. And that's real shit, Kenner. Appreciate you on that, brother. Shout out to TS. Y'all wilding on those ticket prices. Don't know what website you're on. Laugh out loud. Just bought 2 tickets in section 101 on Ticketmaster. It ran close to a G. But also, brother, you got to take into account of just some recent activities that happened that I'm not going to speak about because I don't want to do the political game shit. But all I'm going to say is there's a lot of reasons now why these tickets are coming down, my brother. So hey, you're lucky, and I'm happy for you, but there is a reason why they're going down a little bit. You feel me? But
hey, Doc,
go ahead,
I appreciate you not touching on that because a lot of people tend to forget this is America. You got the right to choose whatever you want to choose. That's what being American is. If you got to make somebody do what you want to do, then you're not being an American. So knock it off.
One thing about me is I've never, even when I have my businesses or anything, I've never pushed an agenda. Never. No. I allow people to say, I like it, I love it, I hate it, I don't like it. At the end of the day, man, you got to give people, let them do whatever they want to do. The only thing I don't like I said before, and I'm going to get off this shit is I hate it when I posted that on my Instagram yesterday. I say, hey, how does everybody feel about this? And I seen everybody fighting and bickering and shit. And I said, oh, this is never going to happen. I won't even bring this shit up again. You know what I mean? I deleted the post. I got rid of it. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing this shit anymore because at the end of the day, there's already too much divide in this shit. Look. We live in a world right now, man, where they don't want to see me. They don't want to see Dirty. They don't want to see Joe. They don't want to see all of us together. They don't want to see us together. It's just real shit. But within the nation, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders, we've never been, bro. We've been that culture where everybody is accepted as long as you represent the shield as you're supposed to. And we live in a world, man, where people don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I mean? So I don't do the political shit. Look, everything was created to divide us. Bloods, Crips, Republican, Democrats, non-vaccinated, vaccinated, everything. Everything is something. They create something to rebel against something. And at the end of the day, I'm not for none of that shit. The only people I hate in this world is the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Broncos. That's it. Other than that,
man,
peace. The Niners too. You know what I'm saying? But and every other fucking team in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you know what I mean? We're gonna get off that. But shout out to TS, man. I appreciate you once again, fam. Real quick. Religion as well, Gaffler. Appreciate you, brother. Exactly. Religion as well. That's number one. That's number one.
There's two things I don't talk
I work in a church, bro, and let me tell you, I cannot speak on certain things because church people think that I'm supposed to act a certain way. I'm telling you right now.
I know people that worked at churches that quit because they were like, I never knew that it was like that behind the scenes. So there's some great ones.
It's not easy.
Some great ones, just like anything in this world. There's some great ones. There's some terrible ones. It's just like anything else in this world. You feel me?
I'm a youth pastor and I'm a community pastor. Youth pastor because youth don't want to talk about politics. They want to talk about their life. They need help. They need to know my experiences. I'm a community pastor because I spend more time sitting with homeless people than I do sitting in a pew talking to people that just want to complain to me about what I'm doing wrong or right.
But
I'll end on that.
And you doing God's work. And that's why you're gonna be blessed for the rest of your life because you're doing God's work because you've been through something. Like all of us on here been through some shit. You have to share that knowledge. You got to pass it down to the youth because if they don't get it, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of more of us fucked up. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
I don't know anybody. I will say this: I don't know anybody that's interesting that hasn't been through something. Yeah, everybody that's been through something is interesting. They got a story to tell.
Yeah. Now, real shit. Let me get. I think I seen somebody else, man, put an email in there. Let me see. OG must have passed the fuck out.
How about
you told him no and he started drinking.
Told you it was past the bedtime.
he went back to drinking. He said, you know what? I'm about to get back on this alcohol shit. One more time, man. Shout out to TS. Don't trip. Me and my bro going to be at the Raiders versus Dolphins wilding. We're turning up. Better not be no Dolphin fans near us. Laugh out loud. Love this show, Kings. Have a ball, brother. Have fun and don't get kicked out that motherfucker because Vegas is very hard to get. Like the jail system's a little different out there, brother. In Oakland, you go in, you come out.
Ready?
Vegas, a little different, man. So just be careful, TS. Be careful, my brother. ISO. I'm gonna get ISO in here real quick. Now go ahead, Dirty.
Hey, real quick. I appreciate y'all letting me come on for this live. It's my first live on YouTube. My 42nd birthday. I'm about to yeah. So,
bro, happy birthday, brother.
Congratulations. I just turned 44 2 weeks ago.
Brother.
Bro, we were in the comment section earlier flooding that shit. Hey, one more time, y'all. I fucking forgot, man. Happy birthday to our brother.
Happy birthday.
Raider, man. Everybody in the comment section, flood that shit. Happy birthday, Dirty Raider, man. And what's actually crazy, this is why I did the live
Dirty
tonight.
Raider.
Well, no, this is why I did the live tonight, was because Dirty was talking about it was his birthday, and a few people was like, let's do some people come on and woo. So that's why we did this shit, man.
I appreciate it.
Hey, bro, and Dirty, we got to get you on more often, brother. Whenever you want to sneak up on, we're going to start doing a fan show once a week where us fans can come on together and just talk shit. This to me is fun because it's not work. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you get YouTube other content creators, we're trying to throw around stats and we're trying to throw around players and schemes and shit. But this is just let's just celebrate being Raider fans. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we could talk some shit. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But at the end of the day, let's just have some fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but brother, go enjoy your birthday. I know you probably got wifey and somebody behind you. Like, get the fuck off the phone.
Wifey just went and picked up some Lucille's for me. So we gonna sit down.
Oh shit.
Happy birthday, brother. Man.
Meet the Blacks.
Happy birthday, Dirty Raider.
Yeah. And then get ready for work the next day, my guys. So I appreciate y'all, man. Much love. God bless you, everyone over here.
God bless you too, brother. Enjoy your birthday, man. And thank you for coming on.
Salute to the nation. Love y'all, man. Thank you.
Love you too, my brother. All right, man.
All right.
Shout out to my boy Dirty Raider, man. Happy birthday. Let me get this on. Hey, somebody real quick, read me this because it's very hard to go back and forth. It's a DJ dot. Can you see it?
ISO Cali at Gmail.
Got you. All right, let's see what ISO talking about. Bring ISO on real quick. I appreciate you on that. Let's see what we got going on. And Lucille's, that shit sound fire as hell. Oh, Aurora wants to come on. I got you, Aurora. We're going to get one or two more people on for the night. Let me see. Cap just hit me up too. Are you here, shipmate? Hold on, bro. Let me see something real quick. Real quick. Hey, y'all can talk that shit. Hey, Cujo, I want to hear more because I know you know your shit, bro. I want to. What's up? What is your outlook on this season? Because we was talking about it earlier. How you feeling about the season, brother?
Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna be a little bold. I know you talked about, you said 11-6, and I hear Raider Honcho talk about 9-8. Like, what the fuck is that? Fuck all that shit. 12-4, 12-5, 13-4 is what we're doing this year. Okay.
Man.
Because I believe the defense, that we finally have a defense. Okay, I've been waiting for this shit for 20 years. Okay, the last time we had a defense, I was 25. I'm 44 now. So I believe with the defense that we have this year and the players that we, through the free agency and through the draft, I believe that we did enough to beat somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Chiefs. I'm tired about hearing about the Chiefs. I know you got us losing to the Chiefs twice.
I'm sorry, man.
I believe that we can fucking fuck the AFC West up.
I'm sorry,
what
man.
Do you guys think?
Sorry.
Hey, can I ask you, brother, what gives you that much confidence in the defense? Being that we've seen I can't now. Let me go back because I can't remember a time where I had that much glean. I think it was 2010, the last time that I was like, oh man, our defense is good. But that's when our offense was garbage. I think it was. I can't remember the exact year. But what gives you that much confidence in a defense that we haven't seen put anything on field besides one preseason game? Like what gives you that much confidence?
What gives me that confidence is Gus Bradley, because
okay.
I have not been this excited about the Raiders since 2016. I have not been this excited about the defense since I was 25. That was in 2002. Okay.
Yo.
All right, so what's good, brother?
What up?
What's good, nation? What's good?
What's up?
I have a segment for you, Docs.
What's up, King?
What would you call our defense? What nickname would you give our defense? I got Pirates of the Black Hole.
Pirates of the Black Hole. I like that. That's a good question. Hold on. Let me think. I gotta think about that real quick. Hey, hold on. We got a young. Hold on, real quick. Give me a sec. We got a youngster in the building. I like this. What's up, man?
Let's go.
What's up, man? What
we
doing,
man? Chilling.
What's up?
What's
up, bro?
It's good, bro. It's good.
Aurora's in the. Hey, you came in too smooth, too, bro. Like, way too. What's up? Sounds like that. Hey, real quick. Hey, ISO. The names are popping up right now. Death Squad, the Dark Order, No More Paul Gunther.
The Dark Side.
Death Squad. Okay, yeah, Dark. Yep. Let me see.
I'm looking at the comments. I'm trying to see what the comments are.
Hey, Nick, don't disrespect the young goat. Don't disrespect the young goat, man.
Yeah, man, I'm out of school for 2 weeks, bro. My mom don't care.
Talk that shit.
Yeah,
Let's go. Hey, hold on real quick. South and Savage Raiders defense equals autumn fog. I like that.
That's dope.
I like that. We weighing heavy on offenses this year. I like that, Savage.
And the reason why I asked that is because I believe one of our DBs is actually looking for a name. And he actually said, I believe in his interview, he's going to wait for us to bring it out to light. So,
I like that.
Who was that? Who was that was saying that? I can't remember who that was. It was in an interview that he did. Who was that?
Yeah. It was an interview. I forgot who it was, but it was one of our DBs. It was.
I think it was Damon Arnett. I think it was actually Damon Arnett.
I think it was Arnett, right?
Oh, you talking about that presser? The presser?
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie. That was kind of corny, bro. That was kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie.
Said, I've been pumping that weight, man. Not them bands no more. You feel me?
That weight did not help you tackle on Saturday.
Hey, but you can't blame him of that missed coverage.
No, I know. I'm giving.
Hey, hold on, real quick. I gotta ask our youngest guest, man, because everybody already here has pretty much been here before. You feel me? I gotta ask my young guy. All right, so you came through a little not too long ago as well, right? I remember you was drinking that drink, and you was faded, bro. I was drunk as fuck too, though. So it's all up. But I'm gonna calm down on the alcohol because I want a 30-day cleanse for my young bull right here. What's up, man? And let me ask you real quick. I gotta know what my young guy thinks of this team, Aurora. What do you think about this team right now? What are you most excited about, and what is the biggest red flag that you have for this team going into the season?
Biggest red flag is for sure that offensive line. I don't like Cotton. I don't like Cotton.
Oh yeah. No.
The offensive line, the tackles don't look too good.
Okay, so you worried about the tackles?
Yeah, like Cotton. I don't like.
Those are backups though. Those are backups.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather have Trent Brown without his personality and stuff.
Shit,
You know?
we don't speak that kind of language over here, King.
You know what I'm saying? Without his like little diviness, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have Trent Brown and Rodney Hudson than Andre James and you know what I'm saying? Denzel Good.
Okay, so you worry about the offensive line. What are you most excited about?
I want to see Nate Hobbs, Mooring, and Abram.
I like that. Shout out to King one more time.
I want to see Diablo. That's the most person I'm excited for, Diablo.
I like that. The young bull knows about Divine Diablo. I'm telling y'all now, this guy's gonna be great. If you go back and watch his film in college, that guy was all over the place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Monster, play in the box, play everywhere. I mean, shout out to him. Shout out to Kenny one more time. Oh my God, this defense is better than the past years. 2006, Stu said. Before 2002, then 1983. God damn, that was a long time ago. Our youngsters, man, love you, but listen to your elders. Shout out to my brother Kenna, man. Real quick, let me see. Hudson's too slow. F. Trent Brown. You already know how we feel about that. Diablo's back. Watts, he just came back. He just got activated.
He's in.
Yeah, so he's
First
back.
day was today, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think he was activated a few days ago, but I think he just came back to work. Shout out to Terrence L as well, man. No booger, y'all. Nose ring, I promise. This shit keep coming out. If y'all want to become a member of the channel, man, make sure y'all hit that button up top. That's where you become a member of the channel, man. It's the best way to support the channel. Also, hit that subscribe button and wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Means a lot. It helps the channel out, y'all. Shout out to my brother Samoan Raider. Damn you, Jen. Said TB and HUD, laugh out loud. Respect, though. Hey, man, you know, it is what it is, man. Shout out to my brother Samoan. I know what the young pup was trying to say. He's basically saying, like, I was more comfortable with a Huddy and a Trent Brown when healthy. You know what I'm saying? Than having some young guys out there. But I think Leatherwood is going to be good. He looked really great in that first preseason game. Andre James looked pretty good too. This is going to be a real test for him this year. When you got, look, Baltimore is going to be a test for him. Pittsburgh, that defense is real. Miami, it's going to be some back-to-back defenses. Andre James is going to be tested early and often. So, look, it's either he succeeds or Nick Martin's going to be the center week 4. So we'll see how this works. Pastor, go ahead, brother. What you got to say?
No, I was just going to say this is one of the first years that I'm going into it prepared to see our defense carry us. You know what I mean? I feel like there's going to be some games where we could possibly see the offense stagnate a little, maybe, and the defense have the opportunity to carry us. And let me say this too. Everybody that says that 2016 and they're all talking, how many of you were ready for 2016? Not a lot of people expected what we did in 2016. And I hear a lot of people talking like they expected it. Nobody expected that. That was a surprise to the entire NFL. And it was a surprise to me as a Raider fan. And I follow the team like glue. So, I mean, I really do feel excited going into the season, knowing that we have the talent that could possibly carry us, defensive talent that could carry us into games. I would not be mind blown if the Miami game, if we win that game because of our defense. I would not be mind blown because their defense is so good. I would not be surprised.
I got a question for y'all.
But Pastor,
I'm gonna start with ISO though, real quick. But let me say something real quick. Aurora, you were at that Falcons game, right?
Yeah.
I met you there.
Yeah, I don't really want to remember the Falcons game for sure.
Yeah, me neither. But I met you. You was with your pops outside.
Yeah.
My God, that's my dog right here.
I got something to say about that Falcons game. Do you guys remember the official that was just throwing flags, looking dirty? He was at the preseason game. If you pay attention, because I was watching the tape, I recorded it. Do you remember that hit off the punt return? Somebody threw a flag.
Yeah.
If you go back and you can watch all 4 of the officials chopping down at that same official that was at that Falcons game, and just set them straight. They set them straight. I think it was two older men and a woman. They set them straight to call the game fair. That's why we had offsetting penalties. But he was at the Falcons game. I watched tape on Casey Hayward versus the Chargers, and the Falcons game, that same official did the same thing to the Chargers what he did to the Raiders. He just needs to go. But yeah.
I like that though, bro. I didn't. I knew I heard that he had some baggage on him, but I didn't know it hit that close to home.
Yeah.
Kojo, go ahead, brother. What was you gonna say, Kojo?
I was gonna say to Pastor, the one thing I didn't expect in 2016 was for all-pro corner from the Chiefs, Sean Smith, to get cooked. I mean, that dude got cooked. Like, he got benched. He said, "Sit your ass down."
Hey, when we were talking about
fucking
defensive backs that gave us nightmares, Emerson and Smith are the first two that came to my mind. Emerson is because I just remember watching, going, no. Every time the ball would go deep, I would like cringe a little bit. Oh my gosh, bro!
And the problem with Sean Smith was
yards, bro.
The problem with Sean Smith was he had a lot of promise. He had an alcohol problem. Like, bro, Sean Smith used to drink and then go to the games, bro. Like for real. Like, he was that.
Wow.
Like he had a lot going. I know. My son's godmom used to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So she said that he used to have a problem where he used to drink and shit and go to games. He was all fucked up.
That's sad.
So
I
you know what I
hope
mean?
he's well now.
Yeah. So it kind of makes sense. You feel me? Let me see. Samoa says facts. 2016 caught an oos off guard, but we wish DC played in the playoffs. Man, that shit hurt my soul, bro.
I don't know why we had him in the game. What was like 14-33? We had him in the game.
There was still a chance.
That was Jack Del Rio's fault.
Yeah,
I do got something to say about the playoffs, right? We might not be in the playoffs, but we played Kansas City Chiefs twice. Derek Carr beat, I believe, New Orleans twice. He went 2-0 with them. It's just swords sharpening swords. We are playing playoff teams. If you really look at it, it's just not in the playoffs, and we are being successful towards
facts
on most of them.
No, that's real shit. Hey, shout out to Pennsylvania Raider real quick. My guy, man, appreciate you on the donation, King. 2016 Del Rio wasn't conservative. Gruden would have never went for that win in that Saints game. That set the tone for the season. I was at that game. That shit was insane. Like going for 2 at the end of the game. That man, I was like, let's go, man. Let's wrap this shit up. And that defense was still so bad that year that they kicked the field goal. A lot of people forget that New Orleans kicked like a 60-something yard field goal as time expired. And as a Raider fan, I'm sitting there like, we're going to lose, bro. Like somehow, some way, this guy's going to make a 60-something yard field goal to beat us. And thank God we won that game. You know what I mean? But yes,
I still got a lot of respect for Del Rio. I still have a lot of respect for Del Rio. I really do. If we brought him back in some way, I would not be upset.
And the thing is, man, the dude grew up a Raider fan. He grew up in Hayward, I believe. You know what I mean? He grew up at the crib. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was a great story. But let's be honest, y'all. Y'all all know this. We all know this, that Mark Davis has been chasing Gruden forever. Del Rio would have never had a job.
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Yep.
Hey, that's
I've been saying it. I've been saying this for a while. He is an offensive genius, but he's not a play calling genius. He needs to hand his playbook over.
Hey, real quick,
1,000%.
I got a question from all y'all. I'm gonna start with my young bull. Then I'm gonna hit ISO. Then hit Kojo. Then go to Pastor. Then go to Joe. Surprise cut going into the season. It doesn't have to be next week after this game. A surprise. We always ask this question as well, but I want all you guys' opinion on it. We're gonna start with my young bull, man. Surprise cut, brother. What do we got?
Javon White.
Javon White. Okay, got Javon White, and that could be a surprise. I like that.
That would be a surprise.
Okay, ISO. What you got?
Rashard.
Okay, Rashard.
That was mine.
Okay. Who you got, Kojo?
I got Carl Joseph.
Yep. Okay. Got you. That was probably mine. Pastor Raider.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Carl Nassib.
Okay, but
too much money.
Too much money.
I know
But
that's
listen.
why, but that's he's one of the ones that I think is definitely on hot seat. He played a lot in that first game. I don't think he has a set rotation right now. I'd
rather play him and then trade him for a draft pick during the season when somebody needs a defensive end. Because
the thing with Nassib is, though, he's going to get better this year because he has defensive tackles.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be all right. I mean, we're not expecting too much out of him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Also did say surprise, too, so I'm coming with
Yeah, no, and I like that, though, bro. I like that. Yeah, that's what that surprise word is for. I respect it, King. Well, who you got, Joe?
I hope I'm wrong, but Regis.
Ooh.
Man, I like him. I really like him.
Yeah.
I like both rookies, man.
That's just for the Raiders to make us mad.
What happens? What happens if he doesn't show up the next
Vegas?
Hey, bro, if he doesn't play the way he did in that first game, these next two games, I can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Gerald McCoy, that's a good one, Corby. Gerald McCoy. Let me see. I see. Hold on. Samoan said, as much as I hate to say it, maybe Solomon Thomas. Don't ever speak on the GOAT like that, King. Don't ever speak on the GOAT like that, King. Come on, Samoan. Come on, my brother. Now,
that wouldn't be a surprise cut to me.
It would to me because of the amount of money we paid him. He has a $5 million contract.
Yeah, the money. Yeah, the money would be the surprise, but him getting cut wouldn't be a surprise.
John Brown. Clifford said John Brown. That would be a surprise for sure.
That would be a surprise. That's a good one, though.
There you go, man. The GOAT. Just go. The GOAT. Let's go. Okay, G. Rich says Kwiatkowski. We're not going to cut him. That's too much dead money.
Too much dead money, yeah.
Let me see. Okay, shout out to my brother Raider Joe, man.
Thank you guys, brother.
Hey, appreciate you for coming on, my brother. Can't wait to see you on the next one, King, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
my brother.
Hey, Docs, I got a question for you, brother.
Go ahead, ISO.
I know I'm talking out my ass, bro, but if the Raiders make to the Super Bowl, who would you want to see them face? Personally, it would be the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I want the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
1,000%.
That's the perfect story. Like
that's the perfect storyline, right?
You know what I mean? Like we come back after Gruden left and won and beat us. I mean, literally, and then the Brady.
Yeah, and the Brady.
You know what I mean? So it kind of kills two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
you overcome Brady, you overcome the Bucs. That would be nice. The Niners as well, though. The Niners as well. It would be crazy. Like we just left the Bay. We go to Vegas. We beat them as well. That would be a great story to tell my kids because, you know, in Northern California, I grew up hating them motherfuckers. But it had to be Tampa Bay. It had to be Tampa Bay, bro. Who you got? Who you got, Young Bull? Aurora, who you got?
Definitely the Bucks. Same with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the Bucks too. That's easy.
Aurora got too much swag, bro. Like, hold on, bro. Hey, you be rapping?
Nah.
I'm gonna have to write. I'm gonna write you something, right? I'm gonna write you something. You gotta get on the record with me, bro. And that swag cannot go unnoticed, King. I gotta get you on something.
I got my Charles Wilson jersey on.
Come on, I'm about to write some bars for you, bro. We're not wasting that talent. We're not wasting that talent.
Hey, but Graf, I got a kicker for you. So we beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl and then take care of the Buccaneers. How about that?
Talk that.
That's it. That's it.
So we take care of both problems.
I like this. I like that shit, bro. Hey, y'all are talking that language today, bro.
I want to see the Chiefs at the AFC Championship, bro.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs.
I want to see the Chiefs. I want to knock out the Chiefs.
Yeah.
No, but I hate the Chiefs, but I hate the Patriots more.
Hey,
I do too. Yeah.
I feel you on that because it would let the Chiefs basically like this. Put like this: we killed two birds with one stone because we went to the Super Bowl anyway, so we beat the Chiefs regardless. You know what I mean? I look at it like this: we got them out the way, beat the Patriots, then beat the Bucs. Oh my God, bro, y'all get me too hype right now, bro. For real, bro.
I don't think Cam Newton not good to lead the Patriots to the AFC Championship.
Me neither. And that's another thing I was gonna say as well. Aurora, like, I don't think the Patriots are gonna be there anyway.
And Matt Jones, he a rookie. He can't do that. You know what? I mean, he's gonna be the best rookie quarterback I've ever seen if you do that.
And he's gonna at some point he's gonna start this year. I'll tell you that though.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see. Shout out to Dick Vitale. He said, Dick Vitale says, "Who do we pick up from another team that gets cut?" Vitale, let me say this. I'm waiting for sure because there's going to be some great guys that don't fit in other systems that'll be better than ours. We still got to play the waiting game, Kings. I don't know who's going to be out there, but this may sound crazy because I feel like we do have depth at the corner and safety position, but hopefully it's a safety or a corner for me.
Yeah.
You Yeah, because if Levitt is really our backup free safety, we are in trouble if Merritt goes
I
down.
put Diablo back out there, bro.
Bro, for real, bro. Tyree
Gillespie yeah, I was gonna say
I'll put
Gillespie, yeah, or
Gillespie
Gillespie.
over, but
Yeah, Gillespie has to back him up, and then you got Abram with Carl Joseph. That's cool. I like that. I like that strong safety duo. But put Tyree back there because I'm not dealing with no Levitt is backing up. There's no way.
Wait. So who would
He
y'all?
already signed with the Cowboys, Vital. He already signed with the Cowboys. But if he gets cut, oh, I can see that. I would like that. A hooker and a stoner on the Raiders in Vegas.
oh man,
Who would y'all rather have? Who would y'all rather have? Eric Harris or Levitt?
Oh my God, I'd rather have Levitt.
Oh shit.
Joyner.
No,
Levitt.
you know what? I talked about this earlier, Aurora, on the first live today. I wouldn't want either one of them. I'd rather go get Jeff Heath back.
Yeah,
Jeff
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Jeff Heath and get rid of both of them.
Dre the Great said, "Give me Reggie Nelson over Levitt."
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Reggie Nelson wasn't he he made the
Pro
All-Star
Bowl.
Pro Bowl, excuse me.
It
He
was
made
just
the
a
Pro
Paul
Bowl.
Gunther system, man. It's just there's two different types of supervisors, bro. There's the type that just sit on their ass, don't do anything, that everybody do the work from, and then there's people like Gus Bradley that actually interact with the associates and get the best out of everybody, bro.
Yeah.
So it was just mostly the scheme that they were running and the personnel that they had. Gus Bradley brought all his guys. So
You know what's crazy? Gus Bradley is probably going to save John Gruden's job. Gus Bradley is probably going to save John Gruden.
And hold on. He's gonna say
I
Mike
believe
Mayock's
that.
job first.
That's true.
He's gonna
Hey,
say
I
Mayock.
have a conspiracy theory on the whole Mike Mayock thing, because if Mike Mayock before he comes to the Raiders is literally the Bible of the draft, like this man is considered, his draft prospects are considered like it's it. And then he comes, and all of a sudden, our draft, the people we're drafting doesn't make any sense. I have a feeling that Gruden has got his hand in the draft way more than he needs to, and we said it throughout the whole process. I think Mayock is in a lose situation because of Gruden, and Gruden needs to drop the ball and let him do his thing, and just trust him a little bit.
But you know what? This was a Gus Bradley draft. It's up and down. You look at it. This was a Gus Bradley draft.
I could agree. Yeah.
He grabs these Nate Hobbs of the world, the Richard Shermans, the Chancellor. He grabs these guys later on between the second and fifth rounds. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, don't get me wrong. Leatherwood was a Mayock to me. That was a Mayock and Cable decision. But everything else was all Gus Bradley to me.
I really want a JOK.
And I want to bring in the factor to that, right?
JOK is my guy from Notre Dame, bro. You already know, bro. Go ahead, ISO.
So Gus Bradley brings over his guys, his people. He gets linebackers, he gets safety, he gets DBs for his coaching staff. But I kind of felt like he just a little bit he left Ron Marinelli out the win, because in reality, the past 2 years we've been needing to draft a defensive tackle, and we have not addressed that position in the past 2 years. And that's what has me worried. That's what I'm looking at during preseason, to see if
great assessment, bro. Great assessment. Like, to be honest, bro, that is something. But let me tell you this: if Darius Stills, our undrafted guy, ends up being one of those guys, then he still did his job. But I feel, to be honest with you, if I'm gonna be honest, I think Rob Marinelli's job is already on the line anyway. This is Gus Bradley's defense. Him and Ron Miles are like this. They're at the hip. I just feel like he may be the odd man out. They brought the linebacking coach in as well. Marinelli seems to me like that guy that's just looking at everybody like, fuck, this defensive line better show up.
He's just gonna have to fall in line. He has to fall in line with the system, or else he's gone.
He has to be a Greg Olsen of the defense. He has to be the Greg Olsen of the defense.
That's it.
And honestly, they're setting up the job perfect for McCoy, man. He's out there coaching already.
Yep. Facts.
I never understood why we got rid of our defensive line coach.
No, he got another job offer. He was really good. He got another job
but they
offer.
let him go. They could have resigned him.
Yeah.
Well,
but it is.
took more
And
money.
real quick, shout out to Q real quick, real fast, y'all. Shout out to Q, man, my guy Q. I wasn't alive when it happened, but I would like to take care of the Steelers in the playoffs because of that immaculate reception. Bull, then see Tampa. I like that as well, Q. Shout out to my brother Q.
Can we stop calling it the immaculate reception? It's the immaculate deception.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, Aurora, let me ask you
Good.
something, bro.
Good.
I got a couple questions for you because you're the young boy of the group. What is our record this year?
11-6.
11-6. So we got the same thing. What games do we lose? What is going to be that one game we lose that we should have won? What's going to be the Falcons and the Jets games of 2019 and 2020?
Because you know we're going to have one.
The schedule.
For sure. There's going to be a Cincinnati Bengal.
Unfortunately.
It's going to be something where we're like, oh my God, like what the fuck just happened?
I
got to watch my mouth, man. I keep forgetting I got my young bull on here, my young pup.
You good, bro.
I'm afraid it might be
probably
the Bengals.
I know, bro.
Probably the Giants, to be honest.
Yes.
That could be one, yeah.
I think
And I'm
Saquon
going
going
to
to
that
tear us
game.
up. I think Saquon going to tear us up.
In New York, in the winter, DC is going to have to overcome that cold game shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That could be the one. And I agree with you, Aurora. That is the game that we should win, that we may lose. And I'm going to be out there in New York for this game, so we better fucking win.
I'm gonna say
I'll be
Washington.
there too.
I'm gonna
we
say
got-
that.
we gotta-
I'm gonna say
We got to hook
Washington.
up, brother, for sure. Let me see. Shout out to Vital one more time. Who gets cut off? Another team. That would be a surprise. We can't pass up. See, Vital, it's hard because I don't know who's going to get cut yet, brother. I mean, like, it's very tricky with this because there'll be some guys that will show up in preseason. You're like, how the hell did he get cut? So I don't know yet. I mean, do y'all got anything for that? I don't really know.
I haven't seen.
And there's always stuff that as fans we're not gonna know, but inside the league they know. So a guy gets cut and it goes, oh, it's a big surprise. But come to find out, homeboy was beating his wife, and so no team wants to pick him up because he's a PR problem. You pick him up and they find the Raiders picked him up even though he's a wife beater. Like, what? Who are they? And there's a lot of PR stuff that goes into it too.
I believe I watched the podcast where they said actually NFL teams are circling around the Raiders like sharks, waiting to see who we drop. We got so much depth.
Man,
we got so much depth. They're circling around us like sharks.
That made my night.
Hey, if you can find that article, you can find out where you saw that on the podcast. Please send that to me.
I'm gonna hang this shit on my wall.
Yeah.
It's actually a podcast with forgot who it was, the Sports Illustrated. He was talking about the he was talking about the Raiders, and he was
it wasn't even a Raiders podcast.
He was on a Raiders podcast, and this is one thing that he said too. He said,
"Oh, it was JP. It was JP.
It was JP.
Yeah.
Is he in the chat? Oh
no, but he came on a week ago. That's our brother. He comes on and we talked that shit. Me and him was actually just texting yesterday about we got some things coming up. But it was the Hondo Carpenter interview that he had.
Yeah, the Hondo Carpenter.
That's dope.
Yeah, you guys need to watch that, man.
Fire ass interview. Shout out to JP on that one. I loved that show, man, because Hondo is not a Raider. He's not a Raider reporter. I mean, literally, he's not a Raider fan. He reports on the Raiders, but he's not a fan.
So hey, big ups to the Locked On Raiders podcast. I don't know if you guys know this, but Q, the guy who runs that podcast, he's a Raider fan through and through, and he just got hired in Vegas. And he's managing one of the, I don't know what network it is, but he's managing like multiple networks. He is going to be amazing.
I love
He's huge. He's a one.
Q knows his shit too. That's what I love. I love it. I love that these guys, man, in the nation right now. Let me just stop real quick and give these guys they flowers, because I think right now with JP's going to get there as well. Q, there's a lot of guys, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all. You know, what we do over here, that shit ain't never gonna fly over there. Let's just be real. But I love it though. You know what I mean? Like, we have our own wave over here. We keep shit gutter. We talk how we talk, and it is what it is. But the shit that Q and JP and other guys do, Cody, Mitch does his thing over there. Mitch is a little extra sometimes too. But shout out to everybody that does their own thing, man. Everybody that has their own little recipe that's working, because I've seen that. And Q's doing big things, man. JT the Brick. I think he is.
Personally, I don't watch people that cover specifically the Raiders that aren't Raiders fans. I'll follow a few. I can't watch content specifically like what you do, Graf, because it's hard for me to respect it coming from somebody that doesn't love the team the same way I love the team. That's just me. That's my personality.
I'm gonna talk my shit. All right, I'm gonna talk my shit. I want to say thank you to ESPN for having a bullshit commentary about my team, because if it wasn't for ESPN, always neglecting the Raiders, we would never have Spotlight, Raider Honcho, Docs, JP, Tape Don't Lie. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
you.
kid,
That yeah,
for your bullshit.
that might
My
be the
brother,
best.
Because
so
we
point.
get airtime even when they talk shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Even when we win, they don't even show our highlights. They show the losing teams.
it's crazy, right? That Pastor Raider comes on, and every one of the guests on here speaking that gospel. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Let's go.
I heard
That's
it
fire.
today
God's
on
plan.
NFL Network. So it was James Jones, right? You guys remember we had him in 2014
Yep.
from the
Yeah,
Packers?
James Jones. And
San Jose
Anyway,
State
so he
alum.
said, hey, the Raiders are set up to upset the Chiefs this year, right? So then they cut away from him. As soon as he said that, they cut away to NFL Network, and they got some broad I never seen, and she's talking to Scott Pioli and some other dude I never seen. And then, of course, oh, no, I don't know. The Raiders are chasing the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the best team on the planet. I'm like, did they not get destroyed in the Super Bowl? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
I seen
Yo,
that. I seen that.
Here's a
And shout out to
conversation.
James Jones. James Jones is from the Bay. He's very tight with DC. Grew up in San Jose, born in Oakland. He was homeless. He had a fire story. I love James Jones. He had some great years in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. He actually was the one that gave Derek Carr the baby. Was it Baby Rodgers?
yeah,
nickname.
Baby Rogers.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby Rodgers, yeah.
Shout out to James Jones. Look, man, at the end of the day, just like y'all said, like, you know, without ESPN shitting on our team, it wouldn't be guys like us. But, you know, the crazy thing is a lot of these people, it's crazy. They do watch us, man, because I may upload a video and then I'll see a major platform literally word for word drop the same shit. And I'll be sitting back like, damn.
They're biting your shit?
Like,
They're
bro,
biting your shit?
Like they really be watching. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're gonna take out the wipe your feet shit. They gonna take out the talk your shit. You know what I mean? But it's funny because you see it. You know what I mean? You see it and you like, wow, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's flattering to me because at the end of the day, man, as long as our team is being seen and we're getting the proper respect that we deserve, which is from true Raider fans, nobody can talk shit about our team but us.
Besides us. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I moved to Atlanta, Georgia when I was 18 years old to go to school. And so I leave California. My best friend growing up's a Chiefs fan. I didn't really have a lot of Raider fans to talk with.
Yeah.
Go to Atlanta, I don't got nobody to talk with. Come to Oklahoma, I got nobody to talk with. So when I started looking online and I found Mikey Raider first. Who didn't find Mikey Raider first? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mikey, the goat of this shit.
And of course, my suggested ended up being Docs, and then of course Honcho pops in and all these guys. Bro, it feels like I now have a place because half the time I'm talking in the comments, I'm not even trying to get Graf to notice me. I'm just talking to my people in the comments. You know what I mean?
But that's what I love, Pastor. I'll literally go look at the chat, and sometimes I don't even have to read certain comments because y'all are having conversations on your own. That's real shit. That's a family type thing, bro, where I can sit there and be like, sometimes, but y'all don't understand. It's so hard sometimes having to read every comment, put them on, read this. Sometimes I look while other people are talking and I just enjoy what the fuck y'all are talking about. I love that shit, man. I love it because it's a conversation within a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. I moved to Atlanta when I was 18 too, bro. We got to talk about that later on.
Oh, for sure.
One more question for Aurora though. What road games you going to this year, little bro?
No idea. I'm trying to go to a Vegas game, but them tickets is wild. I ain't gonna lie.
Wild.
I'm not really sure. I got to talk with my dad about that one. We ain't really touched on that yet.
But y'all near Georgia, right?
Yeah, Savannah, Georgia.
There you go. So that's what it was, Savannah.
Yeah,
there you go. Okay. So ISO, you going to any games this year, bro?
I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna fall back in Vegas, but I'm looking at the Chargers game, bro. I'm looking for the Chargers game.
Okay. Where are you from, ISO? Where are you from?
Southern California, bro. I stay in Ontario.
There you go.
Shout out to Ontario, man. I love it down there, man. Hey, real quick, Kojo, any games this year? Giants game, right?
I'm going to Pittsburgh. New York, Dallas, and Cleveland. And I'm thinking about the Kansas City game.
Those are all the 5 games that I was talking about going to if I can make this happen. So
Dallas, I'm making it happen because I tried the other 2 times in the 09 and 3 and 13, but I couldn't afford it. But this time I'm going.
Yeah.
There we go. What about you, Pastor Ray? You gonna try to go in any of this shit? The Arrowhead game, right?
Yeah, I'm going down to my best friend from California. We're going down there. We're gonna go spread his dad's ashes on the field. They're big Chiefs fans. Big moment for him. Support him. Been friends with him for 27 years. But I already told him. You already told him. This is dope. I don't have to go and cover my jersey when I go to a Chiefs game. I don't gotta cover up. I can wear what I want. Chiefs fans are scary, bro. I bump into them all the time, and they're scary. I bump them on the tap them on the shoulder.
I slap the shit out of one of them.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Like, but real quick, shout out to Kenna, man. Perfect season. Beat out the Donkeys to make the playoffs. Then beat the Queefs to make the Super Bowl. Then spank the Niners bad. The perfect season. I love that shit. Talk that shit, Kenna. Real quick, man. Let me get. There's a couple more questions, man. We coming up on 2 hours. I'm gonna get out of here in a second, man. Y'all come to Dallas. You gotta come out here. Hey, Pastor, if you can, man, try to make it out to the Dallas. You're only a couple hours from me, brother.
The problem my boss, my pastor, my boss, he's a Dallas fan, but I told him, like, let's do it, and I didn't have nobody to go with. But if I can come up with a ticket, brother, I actually might try to make it out. The problem is I've waited so long. When they announced the schedule was when I bought. As soon as I could buy the Chief tickets is when I started looking at the Dallas tickets, and I didn't pull the trigger, so they're probably up there now because it's
they'll get cheaper though. They'll get cheaper because it's Thanksgiving, the whole vaccine and all this crazy shit going on. Like,
because what if I could, I would take my boys down. My boys have been going crazy trying to get me to take them to a game, and that would be the game that would be dope to take them to. But it's hard because it's Thanksgiving though too.
Well, there's gonna be a bunch of parties and stuff too, just like Captain Jack said. Shout out to my big bro. He's hosting the after party in Dallas. There's gonna be a lot of things going on at Thanksgiving Day. So if y'all can, man, make sure y'all pull up and come rock with us most definitely. Hey, real quick, before we get up out of here, man, I want to say, man, real quick, I love each and every one of you guys. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate you guys for supporting every single thing that we do over here. This is y'all channel as much as it's mine. I want y'all to know, like, I love these shows. I always say this shit because it's Raider fans talking to Raider fans, man. It's not all the BS. It's not all the business shit. It's just let's have some fun and let's talk some shit. I want every single one of y'all to sign out before I do. Shout out to Aurora. Any last words? Let people know where they can follow you at, brother. Whatever you want to say.
Nah, it's good.
If you want to shoot your shot at a little couple thotties, do your thing, bro. What you want to do?
I'm straight.
Okay. Shout out to little bro, man. Thank you for pulling up.
Hey, bless you, man.
What's up, my brother?
Prayers for Spotlight, man. Prayers for my boy Spotlight. I know you watching Spotlight. Prayers for you, bro. So
yes.
I'm thinking about you tonight, giving you prayers, all right?
My brother, man. I thank you for once again coming on. Real quick, Kojo, my brother, man. What you got to say, King?
Yeah, I want to say prayers for Spotlight. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking to Spotlight for like the last couple months. So, you know, I was really sad to hear that he's in the hospital, but I was glad to see that he's doing good. And, you know, I hope he gets out of there, but like by Friday, like you said, and quarantine for 14 days and get back to YouTube. Because I miss him on his show, but I know Hammer's holding it down right now.
That's a fact. That's a bet right there. Shout out to Pastor Raider. What you got to say, my brother? Hey,
yo,
let's do this. Can we leave with a prayer?
Of course we can. Let me say something real quick though, super quick. Hey,
after that, we leave with a prayer after that for Spotlight too.
Yeah. Hey, before when I got on, I just before you even hopped on, Docs, I was asking how everybody's doing. A couple people said that they were down, and let me just say something because I've struggled with depression my entire life. Something that carries me through every single day is knowing that somebody in this world somewhere needs me. And if you don't know that, you know that now. Because we need you. The nation needs you. Every day when you wake up, you know that you have something that you're connected to, even though it's a silly football team. And I don't even want to say it that way, but it is. It's a silly football team.
I know what you mean.
But the family that surrounds this football team needs you. They need to hear what you have to say. And if you're hurting, if you can't get out of your head, if you struggle with depression, anxiety, whatever it may be, you can't get out of your head, just know that there's somebody there for you to talk to. Seek it out. Go look for it. You are loved and you're cared for. This isn't a religious thing. This is a person-to-person thing. Jesus doesn't even have to be mentioned. Well, I'm just telling you as a person, we care. We care. I care. If nobody else cares, I care because I love people.
Love it. Love it. Can we get that prayer, brother?
Join Mental Health Mondays, man.
Yeah.
It will help.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Let's pray. Father, we just come before you today, gathered because of a football team. But above all things, we gather together as one. So, Lord, I just ask you right now that, Father, that you would bless us. God, that you would uplift us, that you would uphold us. Father, God, that you would bless us. God, that you would just show us the way when we know no other way. Lord, we love you and we thank you and we ask in your name. Amen.
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 Thank you, brother. That means the world to me, man. That was so fire. Once again, I love you guys. Love you, Spotlight, my brother, man.
Spotlight. Spotlight, man. He's in my prayers. My bad. I left him out.
But that was for him regardless. You know what I mean?
Either way,
he's in the nation, so that's all that matters. Hopefully we see you Friday at home, brother. Shout out to the chat game, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. You guys want to do a coffee and combo tomorrow morning? If y'all would like to, I'll pop up. We could talk some shit early in the morning, man. I actually like those morning shows, bro. If you guys
those are fire.
Okay,
those
I'll
are
definitely
fire.
pull up tomorrow.
I'm down. I get up at 3 a.m. and I work at 5, so I'm down.
Kojo, I'm gonna do that one for Kojo, then my brother. And real quick, next week, why don't we all come back again and do this?
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna send the invite next week. I'll put something together, and we'll definitely get on, and we'll bring some other people on as well.
Yeah.
My guys, man, appreciate you guys.
God bless y'all. God bless y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace.